My Mormon stepfather told us that we couldn't play that game anymore because it was not a good game. Dude, every time he would see me steal, like every time, because I knew he would be like mad if I'm like mugging people while he's watching. Sit down, Bosco. Come here. Sit down. Sit down.
Little unit.
Dude, I know he's pinned the fucking top of the table now. Big boy. He's probably 100 pounds now. But every time he would see me, I would literally be opening the doors and stuff like of unused cars and like, look at, no one was in it, and driving like according to the traffic, stopping at stoplights and stuff.
So you're playing like was it GTA, like when you're bored, following like all the traffic rules? And
Oh yeah,
like that,
GTA when you're bored. Is that what you did when you were bored on GTA?
Like, oh, I ain't got no friends on right now, so we would just pretend like you were just playing real life.
Which GTA? Oh, 5. You said I ain't got no friends on right now. Yeah. You grew up on GTA 5 mostly then.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to play GTA.
All right, let's get back. I want to get to the bottom of your story, actually. Obviously, we're rolling at this point. All right. You are from California.
Yes, sir. You
box at Family Boxing.
Mm-hmm.
You're 24 years old.
24.
You were boxing in California before this, though.
Yeah.
Is that how you were? Is that you start at just one gym, or have you just been fighting people your whole life?
No. Grew up a nerd. I played sports as a kid. Then I stopped playing sports. Too expensive. So I kind of just got heavy. Got a lot.
What was expensive about sports?
I was playing baseball. So
you had to buy the bat.
Yeah, buying all the gear and stuff. That was like the most.
Imagine you just went bare hand.
and you know, growing up, you don't realize that your family doesn't have a lot of money, but somehow they keep providing, you know. And I was like, cool. So I know we didn't have a lot of money, but we would somehow still end up playing sports. So after baseball, I did soccer. First game I got.
Are your parents together?
No. So my mom, I have a different dad. My brother has a different dad. Shit happened, bro. Yeah,
dude, that's literally me and my brother. What the fuck?
Technically, none of us are like 100% blood.
Yeah,
but you know,
same 50%.
Here. So
I have no siblings that are 100% blood with me either.
Yeah,
but I got a lot of them. Steps, halves, all types.
So
half here, half on the other side.
Someone asked me, you know, how many siblings you got? I just start counting all of them. I'm like, I count them all as siblings anyways. I was like, it's not like we have one full one, so they're all siblings.
Yeah, what is family? I was actually I was interviewing one of the cheerleaders, and we got kind of down to the deep part of her story. And we started wondering, because she had gotten to this point where going home didn't feel like going home. You ever relate to that feeling where you're kind of dreading to go home? You don't want to go home because home is where the shitty place is.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, what is home? And we were sitting there thinking about it. And we kind of came to the final idea of home is where love flows.
Yeah.
I think that's a good, do you feel vibe with that?
I want to say I agree with that, especially growing up in like our childhood home. I was there since like 23, 22 years old, bro. So I basically grew up in like that whole home.
Holy cow, your whole life.
Whole life, basically. Like, I would go to a different house.
You say 23, bro. You were 24.
I was
so last year.
Yeah, but I haven't even been up here a year. But if like, you know, I would go to like another house, I'd move with my mom, but somehow I'd always migrate back to my grandma's house, like our childhood home.
Oh, really?
So I would always go back, even if
that's like the constant.
Yeah, we would live like 5 minutes away. I right after school, be like, hey mom, I'm gonna go to grandma's. I just walked to grandma's. That was it. I'd call my friend over, and be like, hey, let's go hang out at my grandma's. So.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
You still got your grandma?
Yeah, so I live with my grandma right now, actually.
Right now?
Shout out to grandma.
Hell yeah. Dude, sounds like she's got your back.
Yeah, always has.
I'm about to make a couple grandmas myself right now. And it's so funny, dude, to see how like excited they are to become grandmas like this. So they're lucky, because my wife was getting mad at her mom, like, why the hell are you being so... Like, you're going to be so nice to this kid at some bullshit because you were so hard on me.
Yeah.
You know? And
different time, though, you know?
Yeah, she's like, I didn't have time to be nice to you last time. She's like, she's about to retire now. She's like, I got nothing but time now. I can just be happy and loving and good.
That's funny.
I feel like that's what grandma's got. They get the vibe of, they get to just be the good guy.
Yeah.
All the time. All they care about is loving you. Just love. There's no like discipline and
is there? Piss them off, straight disappointment.
Okay. Is there discipline on in your grandma's side, or is it just through disappointment? Like, damn,
no. Growing up, so my mom actually gave my grandma permission of us growing up that she was allowed to beat us if she wanted to.
She's like, give me that in writing.
She was like, no, you can do whatever you want to my kids, etc., etc.
Do what you did to me. I like the way I came out.
Beat us with like chanclas. The grandpa would come home, take off the belt, smack us. One time, I don't even remember what I did, but I know I did something bad because I was a little troublemaker. She grabbed my mouth. I had a bunch of tapatio, and she like opened my mouth and was just pouring.
Oh my god, dude! You're just right. CPS
like,
is listening, bro.
I was just like, my mouth was red.
Oh my god!
I would run away from the house. I would go like to the corner and I'd wait it out 30 minutes or an hour. And you would think she would forget. No, she'd get home, she'd be hiding. As soon as you go to your room, boom, she smacked the shit out of us.
Is this your grandma?
My grandma.
Oh my god! I was painting such a
she's
little nerdy little
she's
grandma.
so nice.
She's a savage.
Yeah, she gets down when she wants to.
Well, that's how you raise a freaking fighter.
Yeah, right.
It seems. What the hell are you fighting for? Why are you
My
fighting? What got you into fighting though?
I've always kind of like grew up like loving fighting, just never got into it. My mom put us in a karate class one time. We ran around in a square. And we should have known it was bad because they had Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes as like their mascot. It was weird.
It was a what?
It was the Tony the Tiger, the mascot from Frosted Flakes.
But it was the mascot for what?
The
fight?
karate dojo.
Oh, a karate dojo.
He just had like his hands up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we ran in a square.
Yeah,
for
karate dojos always give me weird vibes.
Yeah.
Too. They give me like you're not really gonna know how to kick anyone's ass.
We didn't learn no punches. We just ran in a square for about like 30 minutes to an hour. And then he's like, $500 for a black belt. And my mom's like,
no way.
My mom's like, you're stupid. And we just took off.
Really?
Yeah, I swear.
What year? Like what? How old were you?
I think I was like probably 8, 9. She tried to like switch us up because we were like doing like baseball and soccer. And she was like, well, let's try combat. And they didn't teach us nothing. So we just kind of left. Just a week of running.
Oh my gosh. Was it a fat, nerdy dude?
No, he was in shape. From what I remember, he was in shape. Just I wanted money, I guess. He was just like $500 black belt and you're good.
I guess if you seem I've known people who they just are like a scary dude in general because there's like genetic variations between human beings.
Yeah.
And some dudes are just like, dude, you could be built for fighting.
Yeah. And they're like, nah, I just like work business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're just chill.
But I think one thing in particular for just speaking on the genetics of fighting, I think people have to have like a strong chin.
Yeah.
Like you have to just genetically be like a dense person.
Get dropped right there off first punch.
And you can't just be like getting hurt from things. Like you have to be like a dense person.
Yeah.
Because in the end, especially when the skill levels start getting to those micro levels, you know, like just trying to have an inch on the other person. So, and every little flaw matters so much. It seems like it really like matters the most is who can take a punch.
Yeah.
Like Rocky, the story
who can
of
deal
Rocky.
the damage or who can like deal with the damage and stuff. Like you'd be going back to your corner. Coach is like, you gotta hit him harder. You're like, coach, he's hitting me fucking hard, man. I don't know if I can do this shit.
Have you ever been wobbled? What's your record right now? What's your record?
Right now 4-0 amateurs.
4-0, and you've had nothing but spectacular.
I've had pretty
TKO.
Good, I had 3 TKOs, and then the last one almost had a TKO, but it didn't work out. The ref kept getting in the way. But other than that, I mean, that was probably my hardest fight. Was that last fight? He was big as hell.
Oh, I'm not sure who. Where was that one at?
This one was in Caldwell.
Caldwell.
Yeah, it was
so that one was a TKO in the second round.
No, the one in Wyoming was TKO second round.
You do 3 rounds?
That one we did 3 rounds, yeah.
And how long is it for?
3 minutes.
60, 90, 120? Or 60, 120, 180, 180 seconds.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm just thinking about it in my boxing timer version when I go hit the bag. And you know what's funny? I say that like, because you imagine like I'm going to hit 3 minutes on the bag and we're going to do like 5 rounds of that. And then you're like, damn, I can do a fight. But the actual being in the ring.
It's so different. They know me for not really like gassing out at the gym, right?
Yeah, you're in great shape.
So they're like, oh,
even in the fights.
Yeah. And I was tired as hell in my last fight, right?
Oh, really?
Like I felt tired, but I didn't notice how much I was throwing until I watched back the footage. I was like, oh, coach, I was like, you made me seem like I was out of shape. I was like, no, I was just throwing a bunch of punches. It was just working.
Do you feel like you've really refined your breath work while fighting?
Yeah, I really try to calm down when the round ends. As soon as you go back into your nose, out your mouth,
just focus on
and just calm down. It's kind of hard since coach is pouring cold water over you. You're just like, but other than that, like I feel like it helps like calm the nerves if you're like feeling like nervous or something. But as soon as like the guy landed the first punch, I was on go. I was like, let's go.
Did you have like a moment where I'm guessing you had like a fight club or something in your high school?
We did stupid stuff like that in high school. So one time my friend, because he grew up like he's like a little basketball prodigy, just didn't do anything that he should have with it. But He grew up like they taught him how to box. He did karate and stuff. One time I seen him get in a fight, just kneed a kid in the head, just grabbed his head, boom.
Damn, that's creative.
I was like, oh shit.
Creative, dude.
At like 10 years old.
Dude.
Bro, I was like, okay. I was like, well, he knows.
Little John Jones. How big was he? Because he was a basketball player?
He's 6'4".
6'4". Really athletic dude.
Hella athletic. Always been built.
Doesn't know how to fight, but is throwing some creative shit in street fights.
No, bro. He knows what he's doing. I just don't think he trained.
But he's not trained.
He didn't train like long enough to.
Oh, so he did train a little bit.
Yeah, his dad and his uncle taught him like how to box.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh, so you're just like a little machine. Like,
and he's throwing knees though.
Yeah,
like,
he was going for everything. Yeah, he did whatever he could think of. He'll land it. So
that is awesome.
Cool. But we put gloves on and just kind of start fighting each other. And no one wanted to fight him
because he's the man.
I didn't want to fight him either. But since no one else wanted to, I would do it anyways.
Yeah,
bro, he was the only one that would just rock my damn ears, bro. I'd be hearing ringing and stuff. I was like, I should not be here fighting this big guy.
That is where it happened.
So, yeah.
That's where you stopped giving a fuck.
So I'm like, man, but I've always wanted to learn how to defend myself. Yeah. So I was like, I got to do it. And then I played volleyball. So we invited the whole volleyball team. And some of us had beef with each other. So they invited us to our friend's house.
You were from a ratchet school, aren't you?
Yeah, we grew up pretty ghetto.
But I'm already imagining it. Just everyone had beef. We brought invited the volleyball girls. They had beef and shit.
Bro, everyone had beef with like someone had beef with someone. The anime kids had beef with anime kids.
Oh
like,
my
there was
gosh.
Beef with, like,
people were down to fight. It was fight in the air.
Basically, right? Like you would see fights like almost like every week down there and stuff.
Everyone was just angry.
But then I come up here and I'm like, shoot, I'm like over there. It didn't seem too bad. Sometimes I was like growing up wise, I've been kind of like rude people up here. And I'm like, even though we acted like all crazy down there, I was like, most people weren't rude. So I was like, cool.
Well, there's this quote, I forgot who said it, but it was stating that the uncivilized man is more polite than the civilized man, because the uncivilized man knows if he says something fucked up, he'll get his face bashed in.
Yeah. So I'm like, damn.
So everyone's like kind of, because they're actually down to fight.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't be running your mouth being rude, because someone will actually put it right into your teeth. But if you're around a society where everyone's just never putting it in your teeth when you're talking smack, then you get a lot of people talking a lot more smack, running their mouths constantly. That was a problem I had when I went to Portland State. I got in trouble big time actually there.
Yeah.
Because I got out of the Marine Corps. And in the Marine Corps, you're going to fucking respect me. Put your hands behind your back when you talk to me.
Bro, one of my best friends was a Marine.
Dude, yeah, and I got my NCO. I was a corporal at the end, so I got used to, telling people, stand the fuck up straight.
Oh, so you're giving orders.
Only when, you always take orders from somebody. It's just the generational growth of the ranking system.
Yeah.
But I was at the end of my enlistment, so I was higher than all these boots that were below me. So I was like, get the fuck out of my way.
Take advantage of that shit.
But I had my friend Boots. I had my little friend. Boots are what you call people that are like lower ranked than you. Okay. They're like they call it like unsalty. You're not like seasoned.
Yeah.
You're a boot. Interesting term.
Not seasoned.
I figured I have to explain that because I use these terms. I realize this just sounds like jargon probably to some people. But yeah, I was a really hardcore mindset, I guess. I was pretty in the, attack dog mode.
Yeah.
I go to, where do I go? Portland State University, dude. The place with all the purple-haired softies, man.
Bro,
Princess unicorns.
You went somewhere where they legalize like all the drugs and stuff like that. So you're bound to meet interesting people there.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the drugs that are doing it. I think the drug people are at least more fucking. They're down to fight. The drug people out on the street, because I was living in my van when I was in Portland. I was around all the hobos, dude.
Oh, yeah?
And those fuckers are like more conservative like us, and they're like, fuck you, fuck the world, work for what you need, because give me $1.
Yeah.
But the purple-haired people in Portland were more like victim. Everything, you're a victim of everything. And it's like, oh my God, dude, one time I was driving with one of my friends in the car, and I'm a Marine, dude. I have a gun on me and stuff. So he was like talking about how how his grandma was so sweet. Talking about grandma's just like you, a beautiful grandma. Oh my God, I love her. He's like, but unfortunately, she's a gun owner. And they were like, oh, and they were like all angry about it. She's like, she's pro-gun. No, that's what he said. She's pro-gun.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, because they were really anti. It was like, everyone was pretty angry about school shootings in America. Everything gets so murky. But I'm like, if anybody deserves to have a gun, it's fucking grandma, bro. Give grandma a gun.
On the street, she's gonna be like, "Get the fuck away!"
What do you want her to do? Square up? Like, what the fuck? She's a grandma.
Throw hands at 80 years old.
But I was like, dude, they were like, oh, everybody was acting like it was a sad thing. He's like, oh, she's pro gun though, and she was like, everyone in the car was like, oh, and I was driving, and he was right behind me in my truck, and I was like,
hell yeah.
I was like, bro, I was like, what the hell is wrong with that, dude? You're sitting on a gun right now, and he literally was. He was sitting on my truck.
Oh yeah,
because it was under his seat, and he got scared. He was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like
really?
Freaking out. That's the kind of people I was around, dude. Like really, they're very not exposed to rugged ways of life.
Yeah.
Like shooting guns and punching people in the face, which I feel like personally you shouldn't be hurting people.
No.
But we're in a competitive world, which is unfortunate because it's like people will take your stuff and they'll have it for themselves. They're taking bread off your table. Like literally we have enemies out there. It's still a thing.
Yeah.
It's like the damn worm doesn't want to get eaten by the bird in the morning, but the bird still exists.
Still gonna go.
Sorry, you better probably be aware of it and be prepared and have some defense mechanisms in place.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. But actually, this brings me to an interesting point. Are you a competitive person?
I want to say yes. I try not to be, but yes.
You are.
Yeah,
me too.
I try not to be, but yeah, true. Like deep down, I am. If I was playing games with like a friend, and I knew I was better at the game, but he just magically got better, I get so pissed. I'm like, bro, there's no way I'm putting hours into this game, and he just passed me up like that, right? But there's like some stuff I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna beat you in that, so I'm not gonna be too competitive. But there are a lot of times where like, if I'm training, I see someone training hard, and I'm like, I train hard. I was like, so I start training harder, right? Or stuff like that. Like I feel like it helps me get like a mental edge over a lot of people though. Because I try, because I'm like, well, shit, they're busting their ass. I gotta bust my ass more. So I was like, let me just keep at it. Yeah, I was like, even if I can't do it, might as well just try to do it. So.
Well, there's this quote in the Tao Te Ching. Have you heard of that book?
No.
It's the book of Taoism. It's like a very popular China, like in eastern part of the world. Taoists, they're very peaceful people. It's where the yin and yang symbol came from.
Okay.
From a writer called Lao Tzu, thousands of years ago, like 3,000, older than the Bible. And it's a mystical figure guy who left a bunch of wisdom as he was leaving town to go live out in the wild by himself, and some guards stopped him. This is the lore, and was like, hey, please, give us some of your knowledge before you leave. And he wrote the Tao Te Ching. A lot of people think the Tao Te Ching was written by a lot of authors potentially, but it's still like ancient wisdom is how China looks at it, ancient wisdom from thousands of years ago. And I do like a lot of what it says. And one of the things it says, though, it says, as long as there is competition, there will be no peace.
Yeah. And you see that in like a lot of shows and stuff growing up, like whether it's like anime or something, you see that like there's never really going to be peace. There's always going to be some type of evil, some type of like conflict. And there always will be, no matter what, which I always think is how it's always going to be as well. Because even if you want peace, there's still going to have to be a lot of like destruction or sacrifice before that peace happens, right? So it's like, what's the point of all that peace if you had to go through all that?
Well, how about peace within one's own life? If one has a competitive spirit, will you not be able to have peace in your spirit?
Shoot, I don't know. We'll see when I retire.
Well, you're competitive right now.
Yeah, competitive right now. I know. I don't want to be my whole life. I want to just chill and travel around the world and open up a gym, and that's about it.
Dude, well, in terms for me, because I'm a documentary filmmaker, so I think about I used to be kind of competitive as well in terms of like seeing other people around town with a camera, or other people making cool shit, and it would make me feel like, oh, I need to make cooler shit. Yeah, I'm like, oh, like I want to be competitive, but I let go of that, and especially because the Tao Te Ching had me thinking on that for a while, and I came to this idea of competition versus passion. Yeah. Are you doing something because you're competitive, or are you doing something because you're passionate? And I think doing things because you're competitive places others against you. Yeah. On a path towards becoming great, towards a medium you're in love with. Yeah. Boxing, you love boxing. You want to be the best you can. Your competitive spirit placing people against you can propel you up to this level. Yeah. But you have to go against people. As in passion for boxing or passion for filmmaking, if I'm instead of looking at how people did things and being upset when they go do better than me and getting that using that upset energy to catch them, a passionate person would be excited that they learned some new things or got better. Yeah, and let's like Goku. Yeah, Goku's a passionate fighter. Yeah, it's not like he's like, oh fuck this guy, and they're like Vegeta's competitive.
Yeah, Vegeta got a bunch of ego on his head.
Dude,
bro.
that's the difference.
Yeah,
Vegeta versus Goku. Competitive versus passionate.
Yeah.
In terms of the thing that you're doing. Like
doesn't mind aiming to be the best, and then one just wants to be the best. So
yeah.
One just kind of just goes with the flow, and the other one's like, nah, like we're on smoke. He's like, I want to beat your ass.
Dude, so like when Kakarot, when he finds out that someone is better than him or kicks his ass, he's like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa, that was a lot of power. Holy cow, did you see that?
He's like, can we do it again?
Teach me that. Like, let's go again. Yeah. And then Vegeta, when he gets his ass kicked, he's like, no.
A tantrum, but he's like,
and I think Vegeta's always a little underneath Goku.
Oh, I mean, yeah, especially how they write it now. Like, he's always going to be underneath. They're going to give him his moment after getting beat up like 4 or 5 times. And then we'll be like, Vegeta fans go, oh, yeah, he finally got something. And then it's like, oh, well, Goku's still stronger.
But don't we just love Vegeta?
Yeah, everyone
Isn't
loves
he so
Vegeta.
cool? He's cool.
Better like father figure and everything like that. He has more like better quotes, everything like that. Like Vegeta's just more relatable than Goku, because not all of us are simple-minded to be like Goku. He just kind of just goes around life. It doesn't really care what happens, you know?
We kind of like that villain, I think, as people. Like people like Conor McGregor or something. It's like people Conor. Like the Vegeta.
Yeah.
The person who's just like angry.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat you. I'm going to fuck you. Like they're like angry and they're competitive.
I feel like that's how most of us feel when we are doing something in like a competitive like type of way, right? Whether like it's any sport or just trying to do like one of your dreams. We're always going to have that anger towards someone else doing it that's doing a lot better than you at the moment, right? All you have to do is just stick to it, and then it'll be the same way.
But wouldn't it be better to live life like Goku, where you're becoming the best and being happy about it the whole time?
Oh, for sure.
Because Vegeta's miserable.
Yeah.
He's angry all the time.
Yeah.
No one wants to be angry all the time. That's a miserable life.
Yeah, I try to not put my ego into like boxing and stuff anymore. Like I try to leave it outside of the gym when it does come down to sparring and stuff like that. I tell myself it's sparring. You're gonna get hit. Stuff happens. Don't take it to like home or anything like that. It's not that deep. You're working on something. You got cracked. Like I'd rather get beat up in sparring than get beat up in my fight. So
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
You're healthy as hell.
Yeah.
When did that start developing?
I want to say probably like a year or 2 ago. I think after I left my first boxing gym. After I left that gym, because I feel like there it was really hard to have your own like self-confidence, especially since the coaches weren't really like there at the time when we first started. Great coaching, but like as you kind of goes, I feel like you couldn't really have like confidence. It was always, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this, and you're doing this, and so I was like, well, how am I supposed to learn? So when I went to the next gym, it was like all Mexicans, straight. One of the best gyms I've ever been to, though, but like super cool in terms of like, I think the way like they had like the training down. They just didn't show a lot of attention to the older people, and since I'm considered older at like 19, 20 years old, I guess I'm old.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, because I wasn't a teenager. They didn't really want to focus on
very kid friendly.
Yeah, so I was dropping weight and I was sparring, and that was fun. Like all that like sparring and training there was like fun. I feel like I got in like really good shape there. I got down to like 185 or 180.
Wow. What are you right now? 205?
I'm like 215.
215?
Yeah, 215.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm all big now.
I'm a thick boy.
Yeah.
You got to throw it out there.
So when I came up here, I feel like...
Dude, you've lost a ton of weight, right?
Yeah.
You used to be 300?
Yeah, I used to be like 300 pounds.
Oh, and you were 180 at one point?
Yeah, 180. I did not look the healthiest though. Did not look the healthiest at 180.
Skinny fat or what?
I was like toned up, but like just my face was like I just looked like I looked dead.
Oh really?
Yeah,
like a wrestler dead. On dehydration?
Yeah, I just looked like I was dehydrated, like a skeleton basically.
Were you cutting for boxing?
I was like always in the sauna steam room. I would be in there like either 3 or 4 times a week. We didn't need to. We were training like we were like professional athletes and stuff with all my buddies. We were just taking it so serious. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
it's good to suffer.
And then I came up here, and most opportunities I've ever gotten in like a couple months. Had like my first fight in a couple months when I was training down there for a couple years. So kind of just boom. Coach Jason knows how to like, make sure that you're training hard, mess around. But then if you're messing around too much, he's like, hey, you gotta lock the fuck back in. Like, what are you doing? Stop fucking around. So he has like a really good balance, and the training system is always really good. Like, it's not, oh, let me just put you in like a strength and conditioning class and we're just gonna get you guys in shape. No, he makes sure that we're in fighting shape before we go and do it, like our fights and stuff. And he makes sure that you feel confident so that you're not afraid and you're like, oh shit, I'm just get my ass beat in this next fight. So big old family boxing.
Doesn't it? It just seems like they actually give a fuck. They just actually want you to do good. They care if you do good.
He doesn't seem like it's not about like the money. It's not about stuff like that. Like it really is a family there at family boxing. So
well, you know what I feel like it is? I feel like you're a representation of his work. Mm-hmm. Jason Samar he's proud of the skills he passes on. Mm-hmm. He's proud of his coaching, of his boxing style.
Yeah.
And so training people up to fight under the name of family boxing, I feel like is like getting ready to put your brand out there, you know, like this is my work. This is my school. Mm-hmm. And so if you do good, you know, that's good on him too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it is a family because they're all one unit. It's that team. That's what, because it sounds like the last place they didn't really, like they don't even want to get you out there.
No,
you're not a representation of him or nothing.
I remember they're like, Marco, we're gonna have you spar this one guy and we'll see if we'll give you more attention. They did mitts and stuff, and mitts was cool, but they made me spar it was a giant Korean dude. He was like 6'2" or 6'3". Same. It was kind of like fighting my opponent from my last fight, just big.
Oh yeah.
I think I was at 180, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this guy's heavyweight." And I was like, "Fuck it." I was like, "I'll spar him." I had to walk him down in front of the entire gym and like all the other people that were there, and I was just boom, just walking him down. Not like he would hit me once, and I hit him with like 3-punch combo bag. And they're like, "Marco, fuck." They're like, "We were scared for you," and they're like, "But you did your shit and you beat him up." And I was like, well, cool. I was like, thank you. And I was like, why do you guys always think I would just go in and get my ass kicked?
Was there any learning moment, like someone who started teaching you, where you feel like you stopped being like a street fighter and started knowing how to fight, like real skillfully?
My first spar at my first gym. So I'm really good friends with him still. His name is Delvin. I call him a little like a little boxing wizard, bro, because he'll be working with you and then he'll hit you and he's like, just know I could put you down like right now if I want to. Like he would turn it up, turn it down, keep it mellow. Yeah. And you don't really think like he'll like take a couple months off training. We're like, hey, can you come spar? He's like, yeah, doesn't get tired, doesn't like need a break or anything, just natural. So, and my coach was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have you spar him. I was like, okay. And he was just like, oh, he only has a couple months training. And I asked his friend that same day I had to spar him, oh, he's been training since he was a kid. I was like, did coach just fucking lie to me?
Oh
I was like, bro, I'm gonna die. He hit me with one body shot in that spar.
Yeah.
And that was probably
was it liver?
Liver. Closest time I've ever been to ever being stopped was that first spar. He hit me so hard in my damn liver, and I didn't feel that at first. I walked with my hands up, and then I just felt like big pain, and I was like, ugh. I was like,
damn.
I was like, keep your hands up and just throw. I was like, just throw. I survived. Monster. But that was like the one time where if I've ever been like close to being like dropped or something was him.
Can you teach someone how to be a dog like that, or are you just a person that have to have that dog in you?
I think it's the competitivense, bro.
Because some people, like new people, especially in that situation, like you, I'd say 95 out of 100 people would fall, or probably more than that. They would just be like, oh,
swing all crazy and stuff, right?
But you dig in and you go, oh, this guy hurt me. Fuck this guy.
I was like, I gotta get my get back, bro.
Yeah.
No way. I did not get my get back. But
but you gotta have that dog in you.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to fight. I was just telling my brother I always am trying to train with him, and we always play like fighting, all the time. Like Muay Thai style. They fight with like no gloves and feet, and they'll spar like that.
Yeah.
In Thailand. And I would tell my brother all the time, like, dude, if a squirrel came up here, you were like, damn, fuck that squirrel. I'll kick it. It'll go flying. But if that squirrel had that dog in him, it had rabies, dude, and he's like, I'm gonna get you.
That's just gonna bite you.
You're gonna be careful. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm not fucking around with that squirrel.
Yeah, you gotta be that. You gotta like dig into that point where you're like, I'm gonna hurt you at least a little bit. I know I'm like you're bigger than me. You're better than me.
I always try to tell myself that about like animals, because I'm like, shoot, I don't know if I can like. I know when it comes down to it, I'll probably be able to like swing on a dog or something, right? But I'm like, bro, if a dog comes out of the corner just fucking barking and chasing,
like my dog,
bro, I'd fucking run before I'd like try to throw any hands first. But, like it's just instinct, especially from growing up. We would ride bikes, have gang of Chihuahuas chase us.
Oh my God.
So we'd be like kicking them and stuff. We'd like get off of us, but they would chase us like for like 10 minutes. My grandpa's like, let's go ride bikes. Fucking Chihuahuas come as soon as we hit like
scary though.
Bro, we're like,
even though they're Chihuahuas, I had Chihuahuas too when I was like Chihuahuas chasing me and my brother down the alley when we'd be running back from school. And I mean, I was a kid, so I thought, dude, I thought they were scary. I thought they were scary. Now I'd kick them, but these kids over here, one of the neighbors warned me about Bosco because he's off leash all the time because he listens to me. He listens to me real good. So I can call him back whenever. He'll follow me everywhere. And the neighbor guy came over and he's like, oh, you better be careful with your dog, being off leash. We had some kids being chased by there's some German Shepherds over here.
Oh shit.
2 of them, and they chased some kids on their bikes. And I was thinking, I was scared about Chihuahuas.
Bro, German Shepherds are fucking huge.
You got some German Shepherds on you that's like bears chasing you. Oh, we're gonna die.
Especially if they're big like him, bro.
Yeah. You would think you're gonna die for sure as a kid. Like that thing's gonna
2 of them
eat me.
1 of them you might live. 2 of them, and you're a kid, you're dead.
Yeah, for sure. And who knows? Maybe those dogs just were trying to play.
Yeah.
They're probably just like, running around playing. But damn, when you're a kid, even when those Chihuahuas, actually, I think the Chihuahuas are more ruthless.
Bro, they don't stop barking.
They really want to kill you,
like
truly.
All their like spit and foam come out their mouth.
They fucking have like pure demon energy.
Those are all the dogs who would be like, we'd be scared of like big dogs, but most of the time, big dogs look scary, but they're really
sound
friendly.
scary.
Yeah, they're really friendly and stuff like that. It was the small dogs you can't trust. But you try to pet them, bite your fucking finger.
They actually bite you.
I'm like, the fuck? I'm like,
because it's because they could get away with it. If you think about it, genetically, we genetically modify dogs the whole way. So they're like bred to do certain purposes.
Yeah.
Like shepherds are meant to shepherd.
Yeah.
Like things. And like the wiener dogs, they're like meant to go in like holes and hunt like rodents, I think.
Yeah.
Chihuahuas are so cute and small that every time they bit, probably their whole entire genetic lineage, no one ever gave a fuck. Every time a German Shepherd bit a person, people probably were like, hey, calm your ass down. You need to listen.
We're not going to report this Chihuahua bite, but like, man the fuck up.
Yeah. So all the fucked up Chihuahuas that were biting people kept breeding forever, and they never got disciplined. And now we have all these fucking crazy Chihuahuas that want to eat everybody.
Bro, they're just violent. I had a violent Chihuahua like growing up. We loved him because he would like be all cuddly and stuff like 1 second and then just wanting to kill you the next.
Oh, really? As your own owner?
Yeah. His name was Chiquito.
Oh, my God.
Fat little torta like Chihuahua, bro, like this. It looked like a wiener dog, just fat.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, poor thing.
We would be like, oh, hey, Chiquito. We'd pet him. And then just some trigger would happen in his head that he'd just get pissed off. Start trying to bite our finger out. We would walk into the house, start chasing you.
No, he would chase you?
He had like, I don't know what was going on in his head. Just sometimes it was just straight violence. You couldn't do nothing to him. He just wanted to attack you. And you're like, okay, you just push him back. And he's like, okay, I'll calm down. But
I think about dogs have been around for thousands of years. So many, probably tens of thousands of years, I think is what it actually is along human being side. And if they've been around all that shit, Mongols breaking into doors, killing everybody, they probably witnessed some horrific shit happen to humans constantly.
Passed down.
Every time the door slammed open, they were probably like, oh.
They're like, peace out, or they fucking book it through the door. And they're like,
and now we have their children. We finally got society civilized, and they're just like, every time the door opens,
you
we're
give
like,
them everything they want.
Up.
You give them everything they want. They still want to run away.
Yeah, but not my dog. Yeah. Not my dog, dude.
No?
He wants to be with me. Actually, my sister gave me her expensive ass corgi to watch as she went to Mexico, and me and Yue was the dog's name, and Bosco. They would hang out all the time, and my wife's family was visiting from Sweden. Well, I went to the gym. I said, see ya. And they were leaving right behind me to go do something, like go shopping or something. Yeah. And they had left the back door open.
Oh, shit.
So Bosco and Yue got out the back. And I didn't come back from the gym for like 2.5 hours.
Oh, damn. You were working.
Yeah, I like to work at the gym. And I came back. Honestly, dude, the gym for me is like... It's too much of a luxury. Yeah. I realized I cop out of doing work to go to the gym. Because the gym is like fun for me.
I've been the same way. I don't like being at work. If I could be at work like for the least amount of time as possible, I would just.
It's like, yeah, I got homework to do. I'll just go to the gym. That's good for me too.
Come back, right?
It's a good place to be.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm there for a long time, and I come back, and as I'm sitting in my car on my phone, right in the driveway, all of a sudden I see Bosco's ears coming around the car, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought everybody left. They must be inside. So then I go inside and I open the door and I see the back door open, and I'm like, oh, they must be in the back. I'm at an apartment at the time, so it's just open back to like the public.
So there's no like fence or nothing.
There's no fence, nothing. It's just a road right there. And I go out, and Bosco and Yue are over there. Yue comes running down the lawn, and they're hot, like panting. I touch their hair. It's hot from the sun. Like they've been out there the whole time. But I think Bosco didn't. Yue would have ran off on her own.
Yeah.
Bosco, he stayed close to home.
And then kind of just like came back.
And then just came back. He literally, I pulled in and he comes running to my door. Like, he literally wants to be near me.
Yeah,
because we have a good relationship.
It's a good dog.
Yeah, and it is about building a relationship. I had did this online course called Sexier Than a Squirrel because Bosco used to be a turd. I was telling you, that's why I chopped his balls. He was crazy. And he's very unmanageable. Wanted to eat everybody. And the Sexier Than a Squirrel course is like when a dog sees a squirrel at the park, they're going to want to go play with it and ditch you. And the thing is, you need to be, it's a fun catchphrase, sexier than a squirrel. They want to be with you instead. And that was a great one. It starts out with hand feeding, and you just play games all the time with them, with feeding them with your hand and make them run between your legs. And the thing is, you make it fun to be with you because the training is always games. And the training actually kind of ties into commands and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you hear something?
Like a truck or
yeah, I was like, is that one of my cameras or something?
That someone mowing the lawn.
Oh yeah, that sounds fucked up. I thought it was my camera. I thought my cameras were breaking down.
Oh no,
dude. But yeah, that thing made Bosco want to be near me all the time.
Yeah,
because
that's good.
It's fun. It's like it's fun to be with you.
Yeah.
They see a squirrel and it's like, oh, that looks like fun. It's like a toy.
I'm gonna stay here though.
but then if I'm like, hey Bosco, then it's like, oh shit. But my master's probably gonna play a game with me. I would rather be over here. And I think when they want to be with you, then you get more obedience out of them rather than when they're scared of you. Because I know a lot of people are under the impression, at least from when I was growing up, that you have to be like really hard on dogs. You have to establish your alpha.
That's how my grandma always tried to like me when we were growing up. I was like, no, you gotta show some love. Yeah,
they gotta want to be with you, and then also, but they big dogs. The real matter, I think, the big dogs have to know that you're the big dog. Yeah. So I jujitsu on this motherfucker sometimes. When he acts up, I'm like pin his head down, put him in a figure four or something, hold the arm, and I just hold him there. Yeah. And when dogs, especially my dog, when he gets held in place for a long, like 5 minutes and he doesn't get a move.
Gets frustrated?
He gets frustrated for a little bit and then eventually
just gives up. He's like, man.
And just sits there sad.
He's like, fuck.
And then I'm like, all right, you can be a good boy. Then I let him go. Then I reward him when he listens. And then he's like, damn, that guy can just hold me. I can't even get out. Like, so I think that's like a form of like dominance, you know? Yeah. I'm a physically dominant animal.
Like we're playing around and he still stopped me. So it's like, damn.
Yeah. But it's like, so if we'd play, he gets too rowdy, I'll just pin his ass and just hold him there. Hold him there. You're not moving. But yeah, I had friends that would be like, they like get out fucking wires and belts just to smack their dogs.
And you know, it's not your place to sit there and be like, hey, what the hell are you doing with your dog? But I'm like, shit, maybe I don't want to catch that wire either. So I'm like,
yeah, you're going to hit me next.
Man, I'll just keep my fucking mouth shut.
Dude, my friend that used to do that was the fucking guy that could beat everyone's ass too. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you don't want to say that to him.
Fuck, I'm gonna just stay quiet. Yeah.
He is the alpha. Who are we kidding?
Like, we'll just call, what is it, Pete on the side just as soon as we leave.
That's funny, dude. Honestly, the concept of alpha males and all that shit, it seems like a thing that people say in that don't know how to fight.
I find it so funny.
Don't you think that?
Yeah, I find it so funny because I was like, you could have someone that you may not consider a quote unquote like alpha, right? Yeah. They beat the shit out of you.
Introverted, quiet, badass Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. Beat the hell out of
you, right? I'm like, okay, well, fuck, I just got knocked out.
Just like a nerd, dude. There's literally that's the thing because you're underestimating the quiet nerds that could literally know how to fight. They're fucking awesome, and just beat ass like Wonder Boy Thompson. He's kind of like a nerd. You know, you ever watch him?
Yeah, Wonder Boy Thompson, his YouTube channel and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
Oh, you follow what kind of YouTube channels? Do you follow C-Bum?
I don't follow C-Bum, but I do take a lot of his pre-workout.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I got like the blue raspberry.
The raw
company? The raw one, and then
there's a documentary about it. Did you know that?
Limited. Oh, really?
For that company, that I made with Generation Iron.
Oh, bro, I've just been buying this damn stuff.
Yeah, I was at their warehouse because they expanded so fast, dude. So I flew down to Florida. This is how I got into Generation Iron. Was that company, that documentary for that company? I was shooting in Boise with Generation Iron for a movie that we were making, and we're sitting in the hotel early as balls in the morning before our last day shoot. Yeah, and they go, fucking this motherfucker. Jason, can you come with us to Florida tomorrow? We'll leave like at midnight tonight. Okay. We'll get you a ticket. We'll take the red eye. And you come shoot for like a week in Florida. Okay. And I was like, let me call my girlfriend.
You gotta ask for permission first.
I know, because we were living together. She have to watch my dog. You know, so I called. She didn't answer. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. That's literally when I rolled the dice with like, maybe this is going to be a no, but I'm going to just try. Yeah. And it led to so much opportunity. So good thing I said yes to that opportunity. They flew me. I flew over. It was really cool. That was the first time I ever went to a like Delta lounge. Yeah. I hung out like with rich people in a Delta lounge. Like, damn, this is what y'all been doing. Us peasants been in the barn. But anyways, I get to Florida and it's for the Chris Bumstead project with Raw, and I was shooting them because they were expanding their company. It was like a big moment in their company's history because they have like one of the greatest trainers, and then Chris Bumstead, and then this awesome business guy. It's like a trio story of those three as they go through this journey of making this company and getting Chris to the Olympia. Anyways, that led to me doing a lot of work. The reason I went is because some guy fucked up. Some guy took a stupid little camera, didn't make a good impression on Chris Bumstead and his little crew over there. And they were pissed off, and they're like, "Hey, look at Jason. He got his nice cameras. Hey, can you come? He does good work. We were just here with him in Idaho for a few days. He's impressed us enough. Hey, you come. This guy's an idiot over here."
That's a good opportunity right there, and you took it.
And I took it. That's the thing.
Whether you were certain of it or not.
Yeah, and honestly, I was regretting it when I was there because it sucked, dude. It sucked. Humid as hell. My camera kept fogging up. I was exhausted.
I hate humid places.
I was already exhausted after that shoot in Idaho, dude. I was like ready to like get my feet rested, and like my back hurts. I've been carrying this camera all day, running around early as fuck till late as fuck, just recording nonstop, barely getting lunch because sometimes they're just like, they want to record lunch. Sometimes there's like documentary FOMO. And it's like when you want to capture every fucking moment. Yeah. Because you think every fucking moment could be part of a movie. Yeah. And I've like this actually working in Generation Iron made me let go of documentary FOMO a lot. And because I'm making my own movie right now. Okay. And I'm like, honestly, I'm just going to record the shit I know is like, if nothing interesting is happening, sometimes you have to linger. So in case something happens, you caught it.
Something pops in.
But not like focus lingering. Like just in case, like they're practicing. I know nothing's happening. I just sit down, have a wide angle. In case somebody falls and breaks a leg, I have it on camera. Then I can get up and get a close up.
Oh shit, he's out of the
competition. World star.
Like, guys, you're hearing it from me first. Out of the competition.
Yeah, actually what I do there is I record the setting for a second, and then out of respect if an athlete really was hurt, then I just start recording reactions of everybody around. That's the protocol I take. But I don't do documentary film where I want to record every fucking conversation. What I go by now is if it's interesting to me, I think it would be interesting to the audience. Okay. So I only record things I actually think is cool and interesting. Because if I'm recording things I think is boring, I think the audience is going to think it's boring too. If you're watching that and the whole time I'm making it, I think it's boring. Probably the whole time you're watching it, it's not any more exciting. Maybe with music, you made it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, you're like, something in the background.
But the magic of a good story, like it's gonna be a moment you're gonna want to get in there. You feel emotion, you feel tension in the room, you feel something is brewing, and you can feel a story happening in front of you, and you can bounce back and forth. Really, what it is dialogue. Yeah. You used to make YouTube videos, right?
Yeah, I used to YouTube videos when I was in high school. I was all chunky and stuff, so that was like pretty fun. It was gaming videos. Played Fortnite, by the way.
Oh, really? You were doing Fortnite videos?
Fortnite, like little montage videos.
Were you good? You're doing pretty good stuff.
I want to say at the time I was good. Yeah. Now I think obviously the skills a lot better.
You traded. Oh, you're better now.
No, they're better. I barely play any games now.
You traded Fortnite for boxing.
Basically, that's really what happened. I stopped doing YouTube and just committed full on boxing and gym. That's all I did. So I did like those Fortnite videos. I actually started. I did like Rocket League videos, and those was fun. Rocket League was fun.
Rocket League is good. Could you air dribble?
At the time, yes. At the time we were playing because I would play super consistent. We would get home from school, my friend and I, and hop on. We wouldn't even do homework. We would stay up to like 2, 3 a.m. sometimes, like on a school night. Hey, let's play some Rocket League. Just play music and just play Rocket League. And
where were your parents?
They were there. They just
didn't give a fuck.
I think at that point in high school, they didn't care. When we were kids, my grandma would catch us like on our Game Boys, like our DSs.
DS.
I don't know how she would catch us because we would have like
Game Boy. Yeah, is it DS a Game Boy?
No, different.
That's Nintendo.
Yeah,
but it's not a Game Boy.
I think it's the same thing.
I had a Game Boy Advanced.
Oh yeah.
So that's a real Game Boy. Do you remember those? The purple transparent ones.
I had one of those, and I had.
You did have one,
and I have 2 Game Boys.
Oh what?
So yeah,
like the flip color ones, or the
blue one and a black one.
Did you play Pokemon on it
all the time? That was like the first, the only game I had really.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! You had a good childhood, but your grandma wasn't approving of it.
No, grandma was the one that approved of Pokemon.
Oh really?
Yeah, grandma approved of Pokemon. We weren't allowed to watch Robot Chicken. We weren't allowed to watch Family Guy. That was like. we weren't allowed. We would stay up sometimes like 10 or 11, sneak an episode in. We didn't know what the hell was going on. We were like, let's watch it anyways. Yeah. So yeah, we did all like
so Adult Swim. You'd put on
Adult Swim. We would put it on.
Didn't it always feel so like bad?
Yeah, they were like bad. Don't watch that shit. And then when they catch us, we were like, we're sorry. Yeah, we weren't allowed to play gun games on like PlayStation or anything like that. So
our very uncle, religious family, huh?
Yeah, we grew up like Catholic.
Yeah.
So my uncle came from Mexico, and shout out to him because he was funny and he actually like broke rules. He didn't care. So he bought us like our first gun game. It was a Medal of Honor.
Hell yeah. Oh,
one of the best gun games, to be honest, I've ever played. Wow. Like overall, like I just think it was like.
Wait, does a Medal of Honor have zombies?
No.
Which one is
That's Call of Duty.
Which one's Medal of Honor? I'm
Medal of Honor is like
yeah, you're
old. Right. It was we had one. I think that was
Medal of Honor. Freak. That one's very just campaign driven, huh?
It was really campaign driven. You could play like multiplayer with buddies and stuff, and it was all right.
But
the
mostly
campaign
people
was
play
like
for
really
campaign.
nice. It was like World War II. Like
Medal of Honor ringing a bell. I can't. Yeah. I've definitely played it, but I can't. I'm doing all the war games merged in my head at this point.
He bought us that, and he bought us like some motorcycle games and stuff like that. We play like that.
But, like ATV.
Yeah, like
ATV
like random games like that. He'd be like, I'll get you this. Like, let's go, let's play. I'm like, okay. And then that's when we kind of like the Xbox 360 came out, and that's when my brother kind of was just like, I'm gonna buy this so that you guys can't say I can get this or get that.
So he hits his own stuff.
Yeah, I just kept playing Nintendo.
And he started playing Halo.
Yeah, bro, Halo was fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Halo was such a good era. Did you guys ever multiplayer on Halo with like the landline? Where you connect Xboxes with a wire? We
never did that. We would always go to our uncle. We don't really like him. But
okay.
Family don't really like him, but we went.
Hey, I don't know. I might like you.
We knew he's the one that always had like the Xbox and the Xbox 360. So he's the one with like the big consoles, and we're
he is a rebel. It sounds like from how this story's already starting.
Bro,
of course,
let's go play with them. We're like, let's go to their house. We didn't even like him, but we would play like on his stuff. So that's how we would play Halo, because that's all he played was Halo, and I don't even remember the other games he would play a lot. But it was just like he would put on Halo 3 for us, and we just sit there playing. And then
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, I played
a couple
of them, but I never played through them all. My brother bought all the games, and he ended up playing like all of them.
Didn't that game scare you before? I used to get shit in myself.
Outlast scared me.
Oh yeah, bro, Outlast.
When I first played Outlast, I was in like school. I was like, oh shit! I was like getting scared after every like noise, after every person chasing me. I was like, no, I don't want to.
Did you play alone?
Yeah, I play alone in the dark.
Oh, that's the worst. You get so scared. Like your heart, you just get too into it.
Yeah.
It becomes the real world.
I'm like, nah, fuck this. I don't want to play this shit.
You gotta get in the locker. Boom, boom, that big ass guy in there just pacing. You're like, no, please.
And you hide, and they still open the damn door, and they're like,
grab you.
Like, I'm fucking dead.
And it's funny because it's like it's just an animation.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when you're the character, you're in charge of your character, your heart races.
You ever play Dead by Daylight?
I don't. No, I don't. That doesn't ring a bell. Wait, is that the horde zombie one? Which one?
That one's I think Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead was a good game.
Dead by Daylight. No, what is that?
Dead by Daylight. So it has like a bunch of like killers. So it's like Jason, Freddy. What is it? The girl from The Ring. Like all.
Really?
All types of like characters.
All horror movie people.
Yeah, it has like some anime like collaboration. I think like Titan skins and stuff like that. Like they have different stuff. Chucky. They have in there.
Wait, it's a fight like a Mortal Kombat?
No. So it's like I think 4 or 5 survivors. Like you can play as survivors, and then one person plays as the killer.
Oh, yes, I have seen the gameplay of this. Yeah, I've never played
that game. When I first started playing, scared the shit out of me.
Really?
We'd be playing with like all our friends, and we'd be like screaming on the mics, "Help me! Help me!"
That sounds so fun.
They're like, "Fuck that! I'm not helping you." I'm like, "Okay,
no, I'm not going there."
So we would just be like, "We're like, all right, every man for yourself," and we just freaking unlock the route and just leave.
Oh, that is so cool.
He's like, I'm about to die. We're like, look.
That's probably some good ass memories.
Yeah, that's a good game.
With friends, you get all scared as shit with friends like that, dude. I say girls, obviously there's girl gamers, but my girl and other women in my life, they don't understand that type of memories you make in playing video games with your homies.
Yeah,
playing video games with your homies is I feel like you actually are doing shit together. It's sometimes even I get it's not like actually outside, but you have like you form bonds and play games and like. I mean, you're just trying to do an activity together, and it requires cooperation oftentimes. So it's just communicating, hanging out, bullshitting. It's just like sitting around having a beer in the backyard or something. It's like we're not doing shit, but we're hanging out talking.
When I was like first dating like my fiance now, she didn't understand. Like, I would play games and stuff like that. She's like, oh, you're just being a boy, like playing video games. Now she's the gamer, and I'm the one that's just stuck at the gym.
Are you serious? What does she play?
She plays Valorant. She has like Power World. She has like all the games out, like kind of like right now. She has like Call of Duty, stuff like that. Main game, Valorant. I hate the damn game.
I haven't played Valorant. I think what is it, like Call of Duty?
It's like CS:GO.
That's like one of the big. Oh yeah.
Where it's just kind of like you spawn in, you have to like just. It's like kind of like what is
like
it?
League of Legends.
It's like search and destroy in Call of Duty and stuff like that. So
or like League of Legends kind of.
Yeah, it's just like team, make it to this point.
Objectives.
And that's about it.
Team battles.
But
it's team battles.
I hate it because you have to run, and like in like Call of Duty, you can run and shoot. You have to literally like pause and then.
You can't move and shoot.
No, you have to just
stop and shoot.
And then some people already have like good aim. They're just there waiting for you. Boom, dead. And then I tried playing a couple times with
you. Can't move at all?
You're not supposed to. Like, and to have better aim, you're not supposed to move.
Because when you move, it's wiggling like crazy.
You're supposed to just stop and just shoot. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, all right, whatever. I don't like it.
I play Apex.
Yeah, we play Apex a lot. She was actually really good. She passed me up in skill in like games so fast, bro. I was like, I have to retire.
Really? In Apex Legends?
She's better than me at Apex.
Really? What she play main?
She would play Loba. She would play Lifeline. But she played like a little bit of everybody, and then she liked playing
wow,
Valkyrie. I think that's
she's actually good. She's better than you.
It should be like,
damn, that's
keyboard
cool.
and mouse.
Wow,
I'm like, shit.
That's dope.
I mean, this one be on my keyboard like that.
You guys playing on PC?
Yeah, she plays PC. I'll play like on the console and stuff. We just go.
But wow.
She plays the games, and
that's one like, epic girl right there.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy. Wow, she's better than you. We play on Xbox. PC people are just the next level.
Bro, I can't.
Flicking with their wrist, just shooting everything.
I can't even fucking play with the damn keyboard.
Yeah, like, WASD.
And she's just moving her fingers everywhere. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, good for you.
Does she have a curved screen and everything?
No, she has 2 monitors. She wants a curved screen though, so that'll probably be like the next thing. It's like doing like slow upgrades and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is she gonna stream?
I want her to. She said when she got like this new PC, she would stream, and she did it before in the past. And it was working. She was getting like a lot of followers, and she was getting subs and stuff on Twitch. And
oh, nice! So she actually was actually recording.
Yeah, but we didn't
camera
have,
pointing at hers as well.
She didn't even have the camera. She had like little. She made like these little. Or I think she had them made. But they're like little like characters of her. And so,
really?
Like, it'll pop up on the screen if something happened.
What?
And stuff like that, and they had her like. I think the mouth would move every time she spoke.
How the hell did she figure that out?
She does her research. That's why she just like looks into it. When she's into it, she does like a lot of research for it,
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So I was like,
just
good,
point the camera. I feel like people want to see a person.
Yeah.
People want to feel. I think authenticity and feeling like real human beings is like the uprise versus like mainstream characters that you don't even trust. Are they even a real person? Do they even know what it's like to be a peasant?
Yeah. Like they all knew how she looked because she had like her Instagram linked and stuff like
that. Really?
Right? Yeah, so they would know how she looked. And I'm like, that's probably why they're sending you fucking money.
Bro, I was gonna say, that's got you gotta be what's that, how's that make you feel? What if she does do that and then she got simps everywhere watching her?
Thank you, Sims, for providing all the money. It's paying for my boxing career. So love and appreciate it.
That's why you gotta be a good boxer. So you can
bro, yeah,
fight the simps off.
I was like, cool, whatever. They play games. I was like, I could play games and I box. I was like, so it doesn't matter to me, I was like, whatever. I was like, they don't have you, I have you. So,
do you think you're a nicer person since you've become better at boxing?
I want to say so for sure.
You're like, no,
not at all. I was a little bit of a dumbass before any of it, to be honest. Yeah. I was just like, if I didn't have my girl in my life, she wouldn't teach me like a lot of things that I shouldn't be saying. I shouldn't have been saying like a lot of shit growing up, but
or was it just negative things?
Just like negative stuff, just talking out of my ass,
hurting people's feelings for no reason.
Hurting people's feelings for no reason. Just because someone hurt my feelings, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hurt this guy's feelings. Yeah. I don't need to, but I'm gonna. So.
Dude, that's how I always sum it up. When I think about the things I regret, it's literally just negativity.
Yeah,
being negative. Anytime you're positive, you never regret it.
No.
If you're ever spewing some negative shit, causing some negative emotions, you always regret it.
Yeah. She's like, fuck, why the fuck was I acting like that or doing this or doing it that way? And so I'm just like, But
might as well just be quiet.
Yeah.
Just dead silence. Like
I've always been a yapper though. I talk so damn much. But boxing like made me mature, I think, in the ways that I needed to mature, since I didn't have like the right like father figures or like type of father figures in my life growing up. So I feel like it kind of just made me mature in those aspects, and I'm like, cool, now I don't have to worry about like all that stuff. Just keep being a better me, and then that's what people like anyway. So just be me being me.
Yeah. Well, what is you? Are we an accumulation of all of our external experiences in this world, or are we foundationally built into who we're going to be because of the spirit that exists inside of us?
Yeah.
Which one do you think?
I want to say it's based off like how everyone grows up.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
So if me and you switched atom for atom, our atoms are same exact biology, and I grew up in your spot, would I be you? Or would I have something that's still Jason?
Well, if we switched, same mind but just different bodies.
Every atom of our physical body switches.
Might be the same. I want to say it just depends on how, like which decisions you chose to take, like in life. Like if I would have kept playing sports growing up and never let myself like get fat or anything like that, I'm sure I would have been more of an asshole now than I would be like today.
Are you a religious man?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No,
that's an interesting way to answer that.
I'm like not religious. Not
Yeah.
I want to say I believe in like everything. I think everyone has their opinion to everything. So I'm like, oh, cool. Like, you know, Buddhism could be cool and mythology could be cool and all this could be cool. I was like, but I also I'm not like too serious about anything. So.
Okay, the could be. So you're keeping everything open. You're not founded on belief.
I was like, we ain't gonna find out till we die, really. So I was like, we'll see what happens when we die.
Yeah.
If it's nothing, it's nothing. If it's something, then cool.
But I honestly I agree with you for the most part because no one ever is gonna come up with some founded proof.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like, look at this is it. I found the answer to all existence in the universe.
Right.
But everyone tries to see. The thing is, every religious text boils down to, because I've read a lot of religious texts, and I was on this journey for a long time to find the answers. And I realized all of it boils down to having faith that someone experienced something that you didn't.
Yeah.
Who do you trust the most? Do you trust the apostles that was in the Roman Empire in their books? Maybe do you trust the Roman government? Do you trust the family that came out of the, do you trust Muhammad who came out of the cave?
Yeah.
Do you trust Siddhartha Gautama who became Buddha, who had a vision under a tree?
Yeah.
It's literally just, they say, hey guys, I saw this.
Yeah.
God talked to me through this, and you have to trust them.
Yeah.
Joseph Smith, he has much weight to his revelation as Muhammad does.
Yeah.
For Islam.
Yeah.
They both went into seclusion. They both came out and they said, hey, I had a vision from angels. God talked to me. Do you believe me? I do. And then religion starts.
And I feel like that is like a lot of religion. Like, don't get me wrong, I believe in like ghosts, all that stuff. But I've just never been to like, too big on the fact of, I'm like, people are like, oh, well, God's gonna come. I'm like, well, shoot, man, if he comes down off the sky. And I was like, I don't know if we're all gonna be happy. I was like, I feel like we're all gonna be screaming for our damn life. We just seen some big person come down from like
big person,
just
giant,
like, or a big old hand, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're cooked. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna die.
The thing I do like about ancient texts, though, because the sacred texts, they're just ancient historical records. I do like to look at them and think, what the fuck came before us? Because I think the more you know about history, this is what it is. The more context, the more clarity.
Yeah.
And history is context
of
humanity. And so the more context you have of humanity, the more you can kind of understand who we are and where we're going.
Yeah.
And so that's why I like to read the religious texts a lot, because I'm like, who did we used to be? What were they writing back then? What kind of stories? And the great cataclysms of the floods?
Yeah, like what happened for those steps to, go all the way? Like
the pyramids, like all this shit, how the society forming.
Aliens pulling through, like you guys just
dude, aliens probably made us, I think, maybe. I don't know.
And then you have to consider like all the animals and stuff used to be like a lot bigger, and they used to look a little bit different back in the days, right? Not like, like some animals look the same, but they're bigger so that they could be looking at like, maybe they seen a pterodactyl back in the day and they're like, oh, that's a dragon. Yeah. And they're like, okay, well, maybe it was just a big bird.
Yeah, everybody was killing dragons back in the day. That's pretty interesting.
So
these floods, everyone saw flood that wiped out civilization, and everybody was killing dragons.
Yeah.
And everybody was also getting some secret knowledge. Not everybody, but a lot of religions from different sectors of the planet that were not in contact. They all uncannily believe that some serpent figure bestowed knowledge to humanity.
Yeah.
And it was kind of to our detriment, but also to our blessing. The serpent with Eve, Quetzalcoatl with the Mesoamericans, the serpent that flies in the sky, helping out. There's so many, even in the dragons of Eastern philosophy, dragons that have bestowed knowledge, and there's like some fucking serpent figures.
Yeah.
Serpents.
It has to do
what the fuck? And dinosaurs, the era of serpents before us that lived for hundreds of millions of years. Was there some serpent humanoids or some shit?
Right. We just had like, what is it, like the rough skin and shit like that. Ugh. That'd be nasty.
Dude, yeah, fuck serpent people, dude. I'm literally gonna, this is why I have a gun.
They're like, we got reptile people living. Was it the lizard people?
Dude, I'm down to band together with humanity, though, to like fight aliens.
Hey, we'll see how strong they are when they come down. If they're just like, boom,
just their mind power just
I'm like, okay, we're dead.
Bloodbend us.
The ones from a scary movie, they fucking piss out of their finger. They're like,
that fucking movie's so great. They're supposed to be coming out with a new scary movie.
I heard about that. So I'm like, cool. Hopefully it's not a flop like the last one. Hopefully they make it a little bit more funny.
Dude, I kind of want to like make my own little parody or like funny ass movies.
Oh, that would be
like Harold and Kumar. You ever watch those?
I think I watched it once or twice growing up as a kid.
Just like fuck around, like drunk with your friends.
Just fucking
people like a story about dudes who go and trip on shrooms in the woods and run into Sasquatch or something.
That'd be funny.
I got the equipment. I'm like, I should just like actually write some shit, but I need time.
Those guys on like, what is it, YouTube? That I don't remember like the names of YouTube. I'm always on YouTube. I'm always watching YouTube.
That's your channel of choice.
Like, my girl calls me an iPad kid because I'll have to eat, but I have to have a YouTube video or something off in the background. So it's just that's why I grew up, you know. Yeah. So
you need stimulation.
Yeah, I watch like people, you know, they're like, oh, me and my buddies, we're gonna go travel. We're gonna look at like this ancient like pyramid. But then they're doing like shrooms and shit in the damn middle of the jungle, and they're like going through the whole jungle. I'm like, damn, I don't know if I could walk through 10 miles of a jungle, get high on shrooms, and then just go see something and then go all the way back. I was like, I'm getting bit by bugs and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna want to go home.
Yeah, but you got a primitive side to you that you can tap into. I'm sure you would turn into a dog anywhere you end up.
Yeah.
You'd be able to push through it better than most people, probably. If you can push through your fucking homeboy rocking your ass over and over, liver shotting you, and you go, I'm gonna keep going. Dude, for me, I feel like that was for me like a learning moment in my finding was getting rocked by guys that are better than me.
Yeah,
and then
you need it.
Yeah, and then and deciding how am I gonna act as this guy's fucking me up. And that's like the most important lesson, I think.
Yeah,
the not give a fuck and stay composed. Stay composed and not give a fuck about getting hit. That's like a thing that's so hard to teach in beginners.
A lot of people they get cracked. All right, I'm gonna throw the biggest like overhand I could possibly like fucking come up with. Boom! As soon as you hit them, or they like flinch and they get real scared, and so they just throw something really hard, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're going really light, but I do believe everyone needs to get like their ass whooped in sparring. You can be beating everybody up in sparring. You fight that one person that humbles you, and that shit sets you straight.
That's what makes you nicer.
Yeah, because you can't just go in like, oh yeah, I could beat everybody up. Because there's always gonna be that one person that doesn't even matter if it's your best day, worst day, still gonna beat the shit out of you. So
dude,
it's like
I was working out at Gold's Gym, and I would always warm up with my fundamentals on the bag upstairs.
Oh yeah,
because I like to warm up like that to get my body like warmed for upper body days. If I'm doing shoulders or back, I go up and warm up with perfect technique on the bag. So hopefully the muscle memory sticks in where I have hundreds of like tens of thousands of reps, you know, of perfect technique that it just comes natural in the spar. And this group of guys came in while I was working on the bag. Actually, this time it wasn't a warm up. That day it was the end of my workout. I had done so much work.
Oh, so you're like,
I was exhausted, and I had done heavy rounds on the bag, like 10 rounds. I was drenched in sweat, and these guys started like training, and they were sparring. There's 3 dudes. They started sparring right next to me. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, oh, you guys training and stuff? And they're like, yeah, we're just gonna do some sparring. I was like, oh damn. And they're like, yeah, you want to join in? And I was like, I can't remember exactly how we merged in, but I joined him. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll do it. And the guy was like, I was like, you guys have like any training? He's like, oh yeah, this guy's been in like a lot of fights. This guy, he was a big guy. He was built like me pretty much. We were like even. He's a big guy, and he was never been classically trained. He's literally just a street fighter.
Stuff like
that. Garage fighter. Big Mexican boy. He seemed tough as fuck, and he was tough as fuck.
Yeah.
But I've done a lot of sparring, so it's a little unfair. Just once you start getting a lot of rounds of sparring in, and you know what I mean, like you just grow a disadvantage. Unless a motherfucker that's just built different comes in, But I don't know. I just feel like the spacing and timing, you can always keep it managed with crazy fuckers.
Yeah.
That don't know what the fuck
you
they're
just
doing.
let them gas out in the first like 20 seconds of them just punching, and you're like, okay, now it's my turn.
Dude, that's exactly what I did, because I was going with this guy and he started trying to take my head off because I hit him with like a good body shot. Yeah. My theory is you whale the body, be easy on the head. That's how I feel, because it's like your body will recover and you should know how to get hit in the body.
That's how I try to be. I try to like go really light up top. And if the body shot's open, I'm ripping up that baby. I'm ripping up the
I want to drop you with a liver.
Oh, man, if it happens, I'm like, Coach, I didn't mean to.
It happened to me. It's happening to you, buddy.
Now you're going to have to feel this shit.
But it's like, it's fine. You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're going to have that happen to you. So it's like conditioning.
Yeah.
You need to condition that fucking body. So get used to taking big ass hits in your body. Yeah. So that's how I feel. I want people to hit me hard in the body. I always tell them, like, dude, just whale me in the body when we're doing things.
Bro, I had a friend like that. And I was like, look, I'm glad you could take the damage, but I'm like, put your fucking arms down and block. Cause I'm like, he's like, go for it, man. Go for it. I'm like, no.
I don't know. I think I like to do that sometimes too. Especially when the guys, I mean, we're bigger guys, but I'm bigger than you by like 30, 40 pounds maybe. You're 215?
Yeah, like 215.
Oh, so I'm only like 20, 30, but I got a lot of chunk on me. I got to drop.
Same. I drop some guys.
You're still going down? Or are you still trying to lose weight?
I think right now I'm trying to go on a little bit of a bulk. Because from my last fight, since the guy was only like 2 pounds heavier than me, but you could still look at the size difference. He just looked bigger than me. So I'm like, well, shit.
You want some muscle?
Yeah, I told Coach that I want to put like some muscle or like just more weight on, so that when I do get punched, it doesn't look as like exaggerated. I was like, because they're gonna think I'm hurt when I'm not hurt. It's just my body's getting flown back because they're punching me. So
because they're just big boys,
just big boys, and the weight of the punches just make me fly. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because I want to say he naturally looked like a heavyweight. I don't naturally look like a heavyweight. I just am heavyweight. So I know realistically, most likely I'll be like in the lighter weights when I do.
Because you're what, 6 foot 6'1"?
Yeah, like 6 feet 6'1".
Yeah,
6'1" on a good day.
Yeah, so you're a tall dude.
Yeah.
So easy to get into heavyweights. It's fucking hard to get you down any lighter than 200 at 6 foot. You're gonna be skinny as hell.
It's gonna be like super skinny, but it's like I might sacrifice like a lot of my power for speed and stuff like that. And I'm like,
speed's everything, though. Some say.
Yeah.
What's the point of power if you can't hit it? But so I was sparring these guys. I start sparring this fucker, and he starts dude, because I would hit him with some good body shots. He turned it up. He turned into a straight street fight. I could tell he was like swinging. I was like, holy shit! And he hit me once, like on the side. And I was like, at that moment, I was like, I gotta like
lock in.
I gotta like lock in and hit this guy back pretty good. And honestly, it's a little bit of like ego that comes in when someone wails on you. You're like, oh, you want to fucking hit me like this?
Yeah.
And then you just instantly want to hit him back. And dude, I hit him with I had just torn my bicep in like just late September.
Yeah.
Bicep tendon. BBC 157 that I got, you know.
Yeah, Coach told me about that. Told me the whole story.
Yeah. So this was like in December. I was trying to warm my bicep up to punching things, and that sparring moment was like, fuck yeah, I think it was a test to see if I'm like good enough to like play around and spar. But I threw a straight left because I was in southpaw, and he came in the same exact time, dude. And I hit him, and he leg locked. He like spazzed out.
Oh shit!
And then I was like, he started backing up like crazy, and I got like a little giddy. I was like a little giddy about it.
Oh yeah,
I was like, I was gonna just start wailing him on the body. I was like, where you going? Where you going? Because he started like freaking out.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's ever been leg locked before. Like shook where you're like. You know, dog, have you ever had that happen where your leg kind of straightens out of nowhere? Like, whoa, what the fuck?
Not fully. I tell you, I've been like clipped and stuff like that, but I haven't been like dropped. I haven't felt like where I'm like a lot of ringing in my hair where I'm like, all right, shit, I might just go home with the fat concussion or I might get knocked out right now. I haven't felt like that yet. Not truly like outside of boxing, probably, because we were fucking around with my friends with like gloves, no hand wraps on. We're just smacking each other. So it's like we're being stupid.
Yeah.
So
you probably get hit a little softer because you'd be fucking breaking your hands with no gloves, wailing on a fucking skull, unless you're like fist bombing, bomb. Nah, it's more like cuts and shit and bare knuckle.
But the thing is, I felt like when we would mess around with our friends, like messing around like boxing or something, we wouldn't end up hurt. We wouldn't have any mouthpieces in or nothing. Teeth wouldn't get like. As soon as I stepped into a boxing gym, my first spar, dude chipped my tooth right here in the front. He was like 100 pounds lighter than me. Beat the fuck out of me. He was like an amateur, like 3-4 fights.
Oh yeah.
It took me like 4 or 5 months just to be able to like keep him off me and like actually hit him. So I'm like, fuck that, bro. I was like, coach just set me up to get my ass whooped.
Yeah, there's the competitiveness that helped you rise though.
Yeah.
But it seemed like you're passionate as well.
Yeah.
You just stayed the passion. You had the Goku path going too.
Yeah, I was like, I like I learned to like love it. I was like, okay, this is cool. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie, I always thought like MMA and like martial arts, just like kung fu, all that. I always thought it was better than boxing.
Yeah.
Didn't really like boxing growing up. I was just like, because I would always see like Mayweather fight or Pacquiao fight.
What do you
like,
mean by better though?
I don't know. I just enjoyed it more. I enjoyed watching like Jackie Chan movies and like the Bruce Lee movies.
Are you talking about kung fu? I want to say
Yeah,
MMA
like-
in there with kung fu. Come on.
But like I just preferred like all the kicking and all
Yeah.
like the elbows. And all
the-
this. That's what I meant like by
Yeah,
MMA. Like I preferred everything. And
The very-
it's-
Flamboyant is like it's very beautiful. Like the very beautiful ones.
growing up, you're watching like anime and stuff like that. You're like, I want to fucking kick someone like that. I want to elbow someone or punch someone in the gut like that. And so I did boxing, and I was like, cool. I was like, I like it, and I wanted to just keep myself like in shape. That's all I started it for. I was like, I want to learn how to fight and just be in shape.
Yeah.
That's it. Couple months in, they were like, you should fight. I was like, what do you mean I should fight? And I was like, coach, I'm just training to train. He was like, oh, he's like, well, you're pushing through a lot in training. You're here every day. He's like, you should fight. Just never ended up with the fight down there until I came up here.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
So
cool.
you were hesitant at first as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of it was because like stuff was just like maybe the like communication in the gyms and stuff weren't going well. There was a lot of times where I was just afraid and I was scared and I was like, shit, man. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready, but I mean, I didn't have the confidence at the gym either, because we weren't getting trained properly or something like that. So I'd be like, well, shit. I'm like, I don't know if I'm good enough. I was like, they'd make it seem sometimes like we would be there every day and they're like, oh, you guys aren't conditioned enough for a fight. Trust me. They're like, you guys aren't ready for a fight yet. And we'd just be like, okay. And then we'd see other people that we've trained with and they would fight. And we're like, well, if they can fight, why can't we fight?
Yeah.
So it's kind
So
of
then
like,
it switched into a moment where he didn't want you to fight, but then and you wanted to.
Yeah,
and then
but I
he
was
did
also-
want you to fight and you didn't want to.
and I would be too much into my head sometimes. I'm like,
Oh,
no
you're like,
way.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, I was like, they would just make it feel like we weren't ready. Like we would feel ready, and then they'd be like, "No, you're not ready." And we're like, "Okay." So we're like, "What the hell am I supposed to do?"
Yeah.
So it felt like I was trying to live like my dream down there in California, but it just wasn't going. They're like, "Oh, Marco, like, well, when are you gonna fight? You're just training." They're like, "Well, when are you gonna fight?" They're like, "You're just wasting your time." And I was like, shit, I mean, you're kind of not wrong, I guess. I was like, because I'm not fighting. And then when I came up here, everyone's like, fuck, Marco. They're like, you better stick to this shit now. They're like, don't stop. They're like, you're fighting already. Keep at it. I tell them like, oh, maybe I should try doing try to be like a firefighter. They're like, why? They're like, you're finally fighting. They're like, don't fucking worry about anything else but fighting right now. They're like, just keep doing what you said you wanted to do because you're doing it and you're doing it good. And I was like, okay. I was like, thank you guys. And I'll just keep going.
Yeah, well, I think that the key to that advice is what you want to do. Keep doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
So, because it's like some people that want to do things, but I don't think they really want to. They don't enjoy doing it. They just like the idea of being known as the person that does that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there's people that like actually enjoy it. Like fighting. I know a lot of people. I don't fight, but I'm a guy who likes to like. I like martial arts, and I'm never afraid to spar. I'll jump into sparring all the time. Jason will just grab me. Hey, bro, jump in with
ready?
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
And dude, I took a fight on. I took a sparring because I just wanted to do a smoker because I'm like, damn, I want to do a smoker around here, and I did the one in Buell a few years back, like 3 years ago, maybe now. I didn't. I only wanted to do it because the dude hit me up a week before because someone canceled on their heavyweight guy.
Oh yeah, and you're like,
I'm like, I've been jogging all summer. I'm in pretty good shape. All I've been doing was jogging all summer, dude.
not even like fighting.
I
or
wasn't
nothing,
fighting training or nothing, but I had done a lot of martial arts training,
Okay.
So I was thinking, I probably know more than this fucking hillbilly. So
you're like, fuck
I don't. It'd be unfair if I was getting all serious about this. Probably some farmer out there.
Yeah.
And I literally 1 week, the weekend before the guy canceled, they'd say, hey, you want to fight this next weekend? Our guy, he doesn't have anybody. The guy dropped.
Yeah.
I said, sure, I'll do it. Sounds fun. I go over there. And the dude who I was fighting was the coach. He was a boxing coach who had brought his team from like Idaho Falls.
What the fuck?
Dude, I know. He looked and he was jacked. He was a big ass dude. He'd been preparing all summer for the damn fight.
Oh shit.
It was a good fight though. That's where I got my legs rocked though. My legs extended on that fight.
Yeah.
I'd never been rocked like that before. The guy rocked me on something.
Nah, they set your ass up.
Dude, I know. And I get mad at myself for not respecting fighting enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had fun regardless.
Yeah.
But I should have probably, I knew I was so out of shape in that fight. After the first round, I was already heaving. I was like, holy shit. I thought I was in good shape. I'm already exhausted.
You're like, oh fuck.
And I was all warming up like crazy before,
Yeah.
you know, out tired even more so before getting in. I got to know what the fuck I was doing, dude.
You're like, I just gotta feel good.
It was a good learning experience. And then I came back. I just started doing a lot more sparring with people at Family Boxing. I spar with people all the time. That's the thing, dude. I'm like I was to say Musashi. I'd say more like a Takizo, low level Musashi kind of character though. Cause I just am down to train like all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be boxing people at the park. I'll box people at Gold's Gym. I box people at boxing gym. I just like doing it because it's like, for me, it's like super tag. It's like a super game of tag.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
You just gotta be a little bit more physical.
It's really, dude. We should play a game of Kung Fu out in the backyard after this. I'll teach you how to play Kung Fu. You're going to love it, dude. It's like, you liked the Bruce Lee movies you said. Did you ever watch Enter the Dragon?
Yeah, but I don't really remember much. I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie. Jackie Chan. I was more into Jackie Chan than I was Bruce Lee growing up.
Really?
Jet Li
Jackie
was there
Chan,
too.
honestly, me too. Jackie Chan's
Jet
the
Li
funniest.
was there, but I just felt like I watched like
little
a Jet
faker.
Li.
He's
I watched
fake.
like a Jet Li movie. A couple years later, Jet Li looked like he aged like 40 years in like 5 years, and I'm like, who the hell is this old guy? I was like, I'm not watching Jet Li no more.
Yeah, Jet Li feels like he's like kind of fake though.
But he had like really
Like
nice. I thought
flying
his
and
fighting
stuff all
was
the
really
time.
good. It was like really good too, like his shoots and his like action scenes.
Wait, did Jet Li do Ip Man?
No, that guy's another beast though.
That was a good fun movie.
That guy,
That one's
I
fun.
loved the Ip Man movies. Those movies were so good.
Jackie Chan was so good though too.
Yeah.
he really did his own
'Cause he
stunts.
was really creative.
Yeah,
He was
did.
really creative with everything. That's the only reason why I love watching like Jackie Chan films growing up.
And dude, as a filmmaker, I'm like watching Jackie Chan interviews. I watch like Jackie Chan interviews though, because he directs his shit and like choreographs his own shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing he doesn't like action movies of today because they cut.
Yeah.
I'm about to throw a punch and you cut to a close up, and then cut. You know.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's how you know they're not actually fighting. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
In his movies, they have long takes where it's like a wide angle screen. You see him running around, jumping through a window, jumping through this. You watch the whole thing.
Hands. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a real performance, a real fight choreographed performance.
Running away, still fighting, still kicking.
Have you ever heard Jackie Chan talk about when he was a stuntman for Bruce Lee and when they interacted with each other on a movie?
I feel like I watched a couple videos and stuff of them like talking about it.
And Bruce Lee punched him in the face, and
I think so. Yeah,
he really punched him, and Jackie Chan was like didn't say anything, but he like Bruce Lee really punched him, and then Bruce Lee liked him. He's like, sorry about that. Good job. Like you could take a punch, good stuff.
He's like, good job.
And he liked him. Bruce Lee liked Jackie Chan after that because he was like, damn, he let me punch him to give a fuck about it.
Yeah, Bruce Lee was. He was actually like down to like 5 people. It's like, oh yeah, let's go.
Do you watch do you know Quentin Tarantino? Quentin Tarantino here? Pulp Fiction? Any of these movies?
I know Pulp Fiction, but never watched it.
Oh well, Quentin Tarantino, he made a movie called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Bruce Lee's it's like a Bruce Lee character in it. Have you seen that? Brad Pitt fights a Bruce Lee.
Shit, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bruce Lee in that movie, he's like arrogant as shit.
Oh yeah,
he's super arrogant. People got mad at Quentin Tarantino because like, why'd you make Bruce Lee arrogant? But I could see it.
I mean, that's like how most of his like characters are, even in like the spin-off TV shows that they've had of him and stuff like that. They make him semi-cocky, you know, like he's like, oh yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Everybody just wants to think. Honestly, that's the thing. Like to even have that dog in you to fight, I feel like you gotta have a little bit of arrogance.
Yeah,
you got to be thinking you're the man a little bit.
It definitely helps because if you don't think it, then it's like, what are you going in there to fight
what
for?
are you doing?
You're just going
to
there, fucking get pieced up. And
like, you're just gonna go and fucking sacrifice yourself to somebody.
Like, yeah, I want to fight. I just don't think I'm gonna win, but I want to fight. It's
dude.
like, oh, bro,
I'm ridiculous, bro. I've too much arrogance. That's where I just think. You gotta. It's like that chipmunk thing. I just always want to think like, well, I'm gonna hurt him at least.
Yeah, that's
what always goes into my mind, dude. I got drunk with this big ass bodybuilder in Korea. Big motherfucker, dude. Like 300 pounds, pure muscle bodybuilder fucker. Huge. Probably not 300. He looks huge though.
They're just big.
He's like the biggest bodybuilder in Korea. I'm hanging out with him. We got blasted drunk, and I started getting into my wrestler mindset because I used to wrestle, and I'm like wanted to grapple with him, and he got offended because he's like, you know who I am. You know who I am. It was Chol Soon. This guy, he went to prison. He just got out of prison. he's because he punched his wife. Like a little bitch, dude, I must say. Like this, dude. The footage is him walking up. He goes like this.
Bro, they can't move, man. They're big, all muscle. They're just.
I'm like, piece your ass up.
It's like by the time your punch is like fully extended, I was like, I've hit you like 4 times, right? And
it's just no power. You got to turn the hips. Come on. I'm like, come on, bro. If you're gonna hit your wife, hit her right. throw some technique in there. No.
Yeah, I shouldn't even hurt her.
But I did a double leg takedown on his ass.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and
took him down completely.
Yeah, but he reversed it. But I'm like, dude, what kind of dumbass am I to be doing a fucking double leg on the dude that big? That is just ridiculous. But everyone that was drinking with us was like in awe, like, wow,
yeah,
dude, Jason actually took him down. Yeah. Hey, anybody, it's like Conor McGregor says, if he breathes air, I don't fear no man, he can go down.
Yeah, that's what I try to think about too. Like, you know, everyone bleeds, everyone's human. Like,
everyone takes a shit.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like, someone can get hurt, and I was like, they can look this intimidating or have this on their record, but I'm like, cool, you're still gonna have to fight me. We're still gonna have to go in the ring. I'm probably gonna hit you once or twice anyway. So I was like, it doesn't matter. Give him hell. Yeah, I was like, my right hand's gonna find your chin.
I was even thinking, I was talking to that same conversation with my brother. I was like, imagine, like, you ever watch Game of Thrones?
I've watched some of it. My fiance is the one that watched all of it. I just kind of like jumped in like on like the last 2 seasons.
Do you know the Mountain, the giant motherfucker? They call him the Mountain.
I think so. Yeah.
His name's like Thor in real life. He's fucking huge.
Oh, it was like Thor. He was played by like that one.
He's like a world's strongest man from
Thor, like Bjornsson or something
Iceland,
like that.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch his YouTube sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like fought Eddie Hall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That guy. Yeah, I saw that guy at the Olympia because I was working at the Olympia jacket where I got it from. He's big motherfucker.
Bro, he's like almost 7 feet tall.
But I was saying, if that guy busted down my door and was coming into my like home to fuck me up, take my wife or something, fuck up my life, I think I would hit him pretty fucking hard a few good times, you know.
Hey, but he's a little bit different, you know. Now he has fighting experience.
But I don't care. Like, you're gonna like you gotta have that mentality. Like, I'm gonna hit him.
You're gonna
like he's gonna kill me probably, but he's gonna have
do is just grab you, slam you, and then call it a day.
Like in Game of Thrones, where he just breaks the guy's head. He'll do that to you.
He's sure as hell strong enough to pick us up. So yeah,
he will kill us for sure. He will kill us. But the thing is, I feel like you can't let go of that mindset that like you gotta get yours in because. It's like I want him to remember me after he kills me. I want him to be like, "Damn, that guy was formidable."
He's gonna have glass in his body or some shit somewhere, bro. It's not gonna be a normal street fighter or whatever.
You gotta be. That's what I always think about when I see there's like this little Mexican dude on my Instagram reel. Sometimes where you like go to people, it's like, "Hey, do you know how to fight?" You ever see this
and
dude?
They see him shadowboxing shit,
and they do stupid like jack guys. They're like shadowboxing all retarded.
They're like, yeah, can you go in and shadowbox for 30 seconds? And they're just doing dumb shit, bro.
First, I would just. This they're like bringing it back to their chest.
They drop it to the floor and then they're like,
you just know they don't know what they never. Dude, I think about that sometimes. Like, someone asked me that question: what shadow boxing am I gonna do?
I was like, I'm gonna just start shadow boxing like Coach yelling at me right now, bro.
I would just be as creative as possible. I would make like a complete fight choreography thing. Like,
never
first, I would bait them in, and then they would step back. I'd do a flying knee. It'd miss, but I turned around. I almost applauded them, put them in a full Nelson. Do some crazy random shit. But then his buddy comes, he steps on my head. Yeah. So then I let go of this guy. I roll backwards, grab him into a upside down figure 4 triangle.
That's how I feel like how like coaches like fights were like back of the day when he like tells us about him. Like you guys just got down like that, bro. I was like, I had never seen anyone just get down. And like, there's like 5 guys there. I didn't give a fuck. Knocked one out, knocked the other one out, knocked this guy out. I'm like, you guys are fucking crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I don't think I could ever do I was like, just start.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you never been in street fights?
No, not like that growing up. I'm a nerd, man.
Really?
I'm a nerd.
Damn, that's great. That's good that you are the one who's learning how to be a complete weapon. Because if you were an asshole, that'd be scary.
Yeah, I tell people, they're like, Marco, they're like, I can't imagine you like just beating the hell out of someone or like being violent. And I was like, I'm not trained to just be violent. I was like, we're trained to fight, but not like, oh, I gotta just go beat someone up. As much as I'll be like, man, I want to punch the shit out of this guy in front of me right now. He's kind of pissing me off. I was like, I'm not gonna, but
it's most importantly, it's so that you know how to not get your ass kicked.
It's just for when it happens. And I'm like, I doubt it's ever gonna happen. I was like, I don't really like look for trouble. Yeah, trouble finds me, cool, whatever. Gonna have to do what I have to do, but
I was always a strangle people kind of guy, really, for some reason. I always choked people because I had been in fights. I was a crazy motherfucker, dude. I was a little cholo kid for a period. Was going to juvie, little delinquent kid. Now, what was your GPA in high school?
I was an average student.
Really?
Just did what I had to do, and that's it.
Dude, I had 1.7.
I had like 3.0 a couple times.
Whoa.
Other than that, I think I kept it above 3.0 actually. All right,
so you are a good kid. You stayed. I was a good kid too. I was
just cheating.
I just hung out with bad people because my parents didn't give a fuck either. So
yeah, I hung out with like a little bit of everybody, but my main friends were like nerds, so that I can like keep talking about what I do like, and then I can still fucking get homework off someone, right? I'm like, hey, can I copy your homework?
Oh my god, whatever, dude. Yeah, right.
I there was stuff that I would do like normally, but I would always copy like off homework. I would always ask someone like that I sat next to him, like, can I copy your homework? Hey, did you do the homework? I didn't do that shit. Just like Marco, they would like show up, see me every day, and just hand me the damn homework. I was like, thank you.
Do you read any books?
Books at the moment? No, I just watch like podcasts and stuff.
Podcasts?
Yeah, just like listen to podcasts. I'll like watch a bunch of YouTube videos.
What are your favorite podcasts?
I'll watch the Joe Rogan one a lot.
Rogan. Any other ones, or pretty much just Joe Rogan?
I've been watching. I don't like watching like all of them, just because I don't like some of the guests, or I just don't care for the guests. But I'll watch like some impulsive ones. I'll watch some.
Was that the Paul brothers?
Yeah, the Logan.
Oh,
just Logan, not the Jake one.
Oh, what, you don't like Jake?
Jake's cool. I respect what he's done, like for boxing and stuff like that, and I think that's all cool. It's just sometimes he just says like some stupid shit. That's it.
See, I can agree. I think probably behind closed doors, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
But like his content and the character he puts on, I don't give a fuck about that guy.
Yeah. I'm like, cool. I was like, you should. I was like, just act. I think he's starting to act more like him.
Authentic.
Yeah, more than like, oh, I'm this and this and this, which is cool. I don't mind him. I think
he did what he had. He made millions.
Yeah.
He knows how.
One of my first coaches was in a video with him, and he had to film like a promo video of him like punching his body and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They trained with like the Paul brothers, like went for like their first fight.
Oh, really? Wow. So which fight was that?
I think it was when he fought like KSI.
Oh, really? Like, for like YouTuber fights?
Yeah, the YouTuber fights.
Wow, they've come a long ways. Holy cow.
Because my old coach was connected to Sugar Shane Mosley. And since he was training with Mosley for a while.
I don't know. Who's that?
He's a boxer.
That sounds so familiar. Is that the guy who trains Jake Paul now?
He doesn't train Jake anymore, but he trained Jake Paul, I think, in the first like couple of years.
Oh, okay.
Because
he was a commentator too, wasn't he?
I think. I'm not too sure if he commentated. Maybe he did. I think right now, actually, last thing I heard about Sugar Shane is they're supposed to, I think, get him a fight, and he doesn't even look like he should be in a fight right now. He's just he's old. Yeah, he's like old. He just doesn't look like.
And it's gonna be a fake fight. It's just the new like buy my crypto for old people.
Yeah, just get some money. And, good job for Mike Tyson getting the bag, having more money than what he already has.
We all want success for him, even though he raped that girl.
Bro, no, he's done some. Fucking
people love redemption though.
Yeah, he's done some terrible shit. A good thing is that he doesn't hold on to like how he was in the past. He fucking hates his past.
You know why everyone loves redemption? This is what I think, and at least for me as well, because I think we all deserve redemption. We're all fucking up. We're all fucking up things our whole lives, and you just don't. It's not until you're older that you finally start to have a little clarity on what the fuck it takes to be a decent person. At least for me, I guess.
Just some people don't fucking listen though.
It's hard. You're born not knowing shit. You don't know anything, and you're just we're 99% a chimpanzee, dude. We just want to scream and have our harem and fuck, drink, have greed, have wrath, have all this annoying shit that just fucks your life up. But then being conscious and like being divine or the Holy Spirit or whatever the fuck you want to call it, actually using that 1% that's human, not monkey, and just making good choices. I feel like that's slowly over time. And at least for me, when I was a wild younger guy, like even at your age, I'm like, because I'm 31 now. I'm going to start losing track of that shit here soon. I think I'm 31.
31 for the next 4 years, guys.
You're 24?
Yeah,
20. Yeah, when I was 24, dude, I was fucking too stupid. Yeah. I was so wild. Too much energy. I had so much energy that was uncontrolled, I think.
Yeah.
But you're a pretty controlled guy, I think.
Yeah, right now I am, yeah.
Yeah,
I've been pretty like chilled out, mellowed out.
You seem disciplined. You seem like you have good discipline.
I try to have. Not all the time, especially with like food and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be the most disciplined.
Sweet tooth.
Hell of a sweet tooth. But, it's just like if you're in the gym every day, like you shouldn't have no excuse regardless of what you're doing outside of doing your little extracurricular activities. If you're in the gym and you're training 2-3 times a day, why are you tired in the gym? You shouldn't be tired. And I've always told that to like a lot of the people I've trained with, like if I can do it and all these other fighters can do it and damn well they're probably not training as hard as you can, I was like, then why the fuck are you tired, or why are you doing this way? Like,
well, beyond just training though, what about hydration and nutrition?
I try to tell people like, drink your water. You should be taking like certain supplements to make sure that you don't feel like shit throughout the whole day. I'm on creatine. I'm on like my amino acids, like my recoveries and stuff like that. Nothing crazy. I like my multivitamins.
Yeah.
Veggie pills in case I don't need all my like greens or stuff like that. But I eat fruit, so I at least get my fruit in. But not all the time, you're gonna be somewhere where you're gonna like, oh, I have this and this and this and this. Might as well take the supplements to help back it up. I'm not supposed to replace it, but it helps.
Yeah. Well, I think because I can train like an animal all the time, but I think if I don't hydrate or if I'm eating like shit, it fucks up my performance.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I feel like that about, I was saying I was sick recently. I feel like that was because I don't know. I have not been drinking enough water. I have a marker on my board. I'm like marking how many cups of water I drink because I'm not drinking enough water. I sweat so much at the gym. I do so much shit. And I don't think I'm thirsty, but apparently I'm not drinking that much water.
I feel like it's happens throughout like the seasons. Cause in summer, drinking a bunch of water, it's hot, you're sweating. I feel like in winter, since it's so cold, you'll drink water, but you don't really want to drink cold water because then you're like, I'm not really thirsty. Then spring, I'll drink water. I've been drinking it
like your flower,
but there's not like it's not like, oh, I have to chug it like it is like during summer. I just like sip on it and drink it throughout the day. So I feel like it happens like with the way the weather is. Like you're like, oh fuck it, I don't want no goddamn.
What are you, a
right
plant?
Now. Yeah.
No, I guess we all really are. If you think about it, we're all just excreting sun energy.
Yeah, we need the sun, right?
We're just sun energy.
Like vampires.
Well, literally everything is the sun. Sorry, buddy. Well, everything is the sun. Every single thing that's possibly alive. I always think about that because you're talking about how coach has that good balance between keeping it fun, letting you have fun, but also being like serious.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I always think about how everything in this existence is about balance. Kind of like in an ink style. Like everything. If we were just a little further from the sun, we'd be a frozen planet. If we were a little closer, we'd be on a burning ball of fire.
We'd be dead already.
You got to be in the Goldilocks zone. Yeah. You got to keep the balance where life can thrive. It seems like that with everything. Everything needs to be done in balance. Otherwise, you're dealing with death and not life.
Just too much stuff, and it's way too much. Especially just with like how life is nowadays. I think it's better to have that balance.
What do you mean by that?
World's shit, man. Just the world's going to shit. Yeah. So it's like, not a lot of people are.
What part of the world do you think is going to shit?
California.
Yeah, I guess you're from there.
Bro, living in California, it felt like the world was going to end every single time we had a new year.
Really?
That's just how it felt. Like, it always felt like, oh, shit, well, this is cooking around us. Oh, this is burning around us. Oh, well, this earthquake is supposed to happen. We lived, like, right on the fault line.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit, once that earthquake happens, we're dead.
Well, now we're close to Yellowstone.
Yeah, I know I'm dead either way.
And we got asteroids flying around and nuclear bombs. It just seems like we are always... You know what I think life is? I think it's like we're on a fucking surfboard riding a wave. And if we fuck up, we get sucked in by the wave.
Yeah.
But if we keep the balance, we're enjoying our time. Oh my God, this is awesome. Whoa.
You watch like all these movies and like their final message is like, we as humans need to like team up and cooperate. Everyone's like, take this shit off. I'm going home. And I'm like, bro, I was like, you're ignoring the main message. I was like, maybe they're trying to tell us like, hey, we're going to probably like die pretty soon, like. It's just like not going well. But that's why I want to do everything that I possibly can that I love before that happens. Then die peacefully.
Is that what it is? Is there a list that's you accomplish and you'll feel?
I think I could die today and I still feel like relatively like accomplished, especially like how
relatively.
Yeah, like I'd be pretty like happy. I'm not gonna like cool. I mean, there's stuff I missed out on, but I think for the experiences I've had like the past like 5-6 years, I wouldn't change that for like anything else, to be honest. Like it led me to here. So I can't like complain about any of it. Even if it's like it was shitty and I was broke and like not being able to pay anything. Can't change it. I'd rather have all those friends or all those like experiences and I could die. I don't care.
But I'm gonna just push back. What if you could look at a TV and it showed the different choices you made led to a different life with the same amount of like love and connection?
Shit, if I was meant to die, I was meant to die.
That's like string theory.
Yeah.
Like lots of fucking string theory, different universes.
Yeah.
And each choice you make makes a different choice or path on another universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I always look at that. Who can ever regret anything they did in their life because it led up to who you are today?
Yeah.
And if you like who you are today, then why would you regret it?
Yeah, why would I like try to be someone else or anything like that? Like, cool, maybe one other universe I'm full on YouTuber that's just still playing Fortnite or some shit, right? Or never went to the gym, or I just kept playing sports and now I'm an asshole. So I'm like, cool, wow. Nah, I like the balance that I have now.
Yeah,
kind of an asshole, kind of a nerd. In between.
But you do like Fortnite still. You like games. You are a nerd, but you're
games,
also a
I
weapon.
Don't play games as much.
Yeah.
Only game you're gonna catch me on, Pokemon.
So at what point is obsession worth it to you?
Like obsession,
where you ditch everything. You're just gonna throw away video games, throw away your social life. You know how, especially in your 20s, that message gets pumped a lot.
Yeah.
Where it's like work, make your dreams come true.
Yeah.
If you're really serious about your dreams, don't focus on anything else. Just hyper focus your life onto that one thing that you want to happen. At what point does that obsession worth it? Because you're gonna have to strip a lot of experiences of other things that you potentially enjoy, but maybe lesser factor of enjoyment.
And I want to say, since I moved up here, is kind of where I've had that like big change. I'm not in California no more. I don't have any of my friends to kind of just, hey, let's go to the gym and then let's go eat after. Let's go hang out after. Hey, you guys want to go to a car show? Let's go to a car meet at like 10 at night. We got work the next day, but let's go. Or, oh, hey, let's go here. Let's go smoke or go do this. And it's like,
yeah,
I don't have any of that comfortability anymore. So all those like distractions that maybe they were good, I don't have them anymore. Even the games, like I'll get home from work, I'll get home from training, and I'm like, people were like, Marco, you don't play games. And I'm like, I honestly don't want to. I was like, I'm tired. I was like, I'd rather just rest, watch some TV with like my fiance and go to bed and do the same shit the next day.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. I think it feels like good to play like games and stuff. There's times where I would have like my time where I'm like really hyped up. I'm like playing through like all these Pokemon games and I'm having fun playing Pokemon. And I just stopped playing. Only thing I really play is Dokkan Battle on my phone. Dragon Ball Z game. Been playing that since high school. Been playing this since high school.
I never even heard of that game.
Yeah, it's like a little tab game, bro.
You literally have like a super account. That's what my brother is.
Yeah, I've had it for like since like the game first dropped.
That's like Clash of Clans for some people. How they just keep it forever.
I lost my account on Clash of Clans and never went back to it.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Bad day.
It wasn't anything good. I didn't have like the best thing, but I had like, a lot of progress. Lost my account. I was like, I'm not fucking touching this game anymore. I'm done.
So what you got? What's the next big thing that you got coming? It's a fight next month.
Is I think my next fight should be May 24th. Should be. It's gonna be here in Twin Falls
at the family.
Family boxing. I got invited to go to Canada. By storm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got invited to go to. Yeah, I got invited to go to Canada, but coach asked me, he's like, "You have your passport?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have my passport." But to be honest, I don't think I can financially just get up and go because I gotta miss a couple of days off work, and work's already on my ass about me missing days because of the fights, and they're already like, Marco, we don't want to lose you because you're fucking calling off work or doing this, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to pass on this one and just wait till I can just do more opportunities because I know coach is trying to give me my 10 fights so I can go to like international tournaments and like Golden Gloves and all these other like big tournaments and get them on my resume. But
nice. Well, it seems like you're being intelligent and strategic about your approach at this.
Yeah, because I'm like, cool, I could go. Then I'm going to be behind bills.
Yeah, it's going to fuck you up in the future.
Yeah, and then I might not even have a job when I come back. So I was like, let's just not. I was like...
Yeah, unless you can get... the only thing you'd have to do is probably hustle to go find somebody who's willing to sponsor the trip for you.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, I'll make a video for you or something. Like, but you have to get all creative about that. Do you talk to AI much?
AI? No, I'll mess around with like the AI pictures. I'll send them to like my friends.
Oh my God.
Bro, they'll be like, Marco, what the fuck are you doing?
What is wrong with you, bro?
I'll be like, I'll put like, someone driving a car and I'm like, put me in it. And they're like, Marco, that does not fucking look like you. And I was like, it looks like me. And I just sent them like a bunch of characters.
Stop making the pictures. Start asking, how could I get funding for this through sponsorships? Give me some ideas. It will talk to you. Oh, that's a good idea. What's a good way to do this? Maybe go talk to this local store and tell them that if they give you this much money. But that's a lot of work. And I know you got a lot of shit going on in your life. Yeah. I feel the same way. I'm like, I want to make movies, but I don't want to be the guy who's marketing movies, Yeah. I don't want to.
But you got to do what you have to do in order to like get to that spot,
The bitter sweetness of having to make money in this world to make your dreams happen.
Yeah. Like I want to do content creation. I want to create content of me like at boxing or me at the weight the weight gym or whatever, and just kind of like filming like my surroundings and stuff.
It's like vlogging kind of.
Yeah, just vlogging. I've always like kind of been into it.
Just put the camera on. Do you have a camera?
Not a camera, but I just
get a
never
GoPro.
do it. I'm just like, Yeah, that's why I keep saying. I keep telling my fiance because she always wants to make content too, and I'm like, cool. I was like, we could just make content. I was like, I don't care if anyone likes it. I was like, as long as we like it. I was like, that's more important. You know?
And I think even more so, as long as it's not a hindrance to the foundations of your life.
Yeah,
keep it going. As long as it's super easy, like this, what we're doing right now, just chilling on a Saturday,
talking.
After this, cut it up. I could even have AI cut it up real quick. And when I want to post something, I just go and clip a spot out and throw it up.
Yeah,
it's so easy. That's why it's going to be so sustainable for me. I'm going to be able to keep doing this for years and years and years and years and years and years because it's so easy. Yeah, it's an easy thing. I like doing it, and it's really easy. So it's perfect for sustainability in my view. So if I do this for years, and who knows where it's going to go. I've been doing this for like a year and a half now.
It'll blow up. I'm sure it will.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, you had a good time. You had a good time. It's like looking at your scrapbook. It's like if you die today and it's like, oh, dang, why did Marco post all those things on Instagram? What a bummer. He never blew up. It's like, dude.
It's like, oh, well.
Like, it's still nice to like look back a little bit. It's like people love scrapbooking back in the day. This is like the new digital scrapbooking. I was
like, if I die like now, I was like, you're probably like my age. You're dead in like the next 5 years anyways. I was like, same shit.
Dude, well, I'm about to have a son in a couple months.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, think about it. Think about your dad. Like, well, you don't really have, I'm the same way, dude.
Yeah.
I think we're both in a fucked up dad situation. But think about if you could look back and hear what they sounded like.
Yeah.
What they talked like, what kind of person they were, and you humanize them. I think that would be so cool. Or your grandpa. Or your grandma. Imagine your grandma having some medium like this where she's talking when she's like 24 years old.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there listening to her going, whoa.
You're like, what?
That's grandma.
You did all that, grandma? You didn't tell me that shit?
That'd be sick, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel anyways. And I'm like, this is just kind of a immortalizing the memory of who we were in this moment. Yeah. That's what all art is, really. An expression of who you are in that moment.
Just being like yourself and everything like that. Everyone's gonna, you see some art, people just put their feelings into it. You might not know what the hell it looks like, but they put their feelings into it and people appreciate that. And so they're like, oh, here's 10 grand.
And then like a year later, you look back, the artist looks back and hates it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you hate it then because you're a different person who has a different expression you'd rather show. And back then, that's who you were. Yeah. And that was the best you could offer. So it's just timestamps of who you are. And probably even with fighting, looking back at your fighting, you probably hate some things. Like, why the fuck did I do that?
Bro, my technique when I first started was shit.
But that's what you had. That was your best. And that you were getting, that you can see your heart, you can see what you had to offer, and it's who you were in that moment.
Yeah, I look at my footage now and I'm like, I was like, we definitely came a long way. And I was like, for sure. I was still like street fighting, basically just throwing big old.
Oh my gosh, not clean.
No,
straight there, straight back.
Throw my jab was like always like I always wanted to throw my jab, but I throw my jab, and the next thing you know, fucking hook from like all the way back.
Oh my gosh,
I wouldn't throw no like straight right hand or nothing. Just jab and then like mean wide hooks. I'm like, okay, I'm like, never mind. And they'd be like, you look like Tyson Fury.
Oh my god. What are you expecting for this fight? I mean, you got how are you prepping up for this?
Just gonna build up on some mass. We've been working a lot of like on our footwork and like technique. Same thing we've been doing like this past like 2 months basically. So I think I'm gonna just keep working on my footwork because I think that's what's really making me do good in a lot of like these heavyweight matches is I don't move like a heavyweight. I move like I should be in like a lower weight class. And that's I think what gives me the advantage on these heavyweights. Bro,
those big boys look slow.
They're a lot slower. Their footwork isn't there, so it's like cool. They could punch hard, but can you throw like 6 punches in like 5 seconds or something? Right? You throw that one punch that lands on me, and I've hit you 5 times. Your mouthpiece flies out. You're hurt, and you still got to deal with me for 2 more rounds, and I'm just throwing at you. So it's like, who's having more fun here? Probably me.
And you want to go down, huh?
I think by the time I'm like pro, for sure.
Yeah. When are you hoping to make that happen? Do you have an idea, or are you just flowing with the universe?
Just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, going with the flow. I mean, coach wanted me to go down to like 190 like 3 fights ago. And he was like, fuck it. He's like, we'll just keep you heavyweight right now. I think not until we fight like some giant like 7 foot, 300 pound like monster, we're not gonna like we're not gonna go down in weight. So not until like some guy just completely like shows me why there's weight classes.
Right now you have probably I mean, I wouldn't even call it arrogance because you put the money where your mouth is with your fists.
Yeah.
But you have confidence, high level confidence because everybody you fought, you've worked.
Yeah.
High level confidence. It's going to be interesting to see how things keep going as you get better and your
Yeah.
competition gets better.
Bro, yeah, the competition is definitely going to keep getting better. Especially the people that I train with that I know always give me like really good work. You know, Dakota from Storm's Gym and Leo from Storm's Gym. Monsters. I think they're monsters, man. So I'd rather like be like knowing that those guys are going to give me the best work in sparring. And I know that whoever I fight isn't going to be as good as those guys. Right. And then when I do fight someone as good as those guys, I should be ready. Right. You know, because I've been training with them. So
just like, all you could do is get yourself as to your best peak you can and see. Hopefully that's enough.
Yeah, I always tell people I'll try my best. I don't give them no promise. Marco, go get another knockout. Go do. I was like, man, I'll try my best. That's it. I was like, that way you have no. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. Listen, and then they're like, Marco, you got fucked up. I'm like, oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just keep it like that.
Well, I think you're on the Goku path.
Yeah.
It seems. I think you radiate the energy that you're gonna go a long ways because you're just such a stellar student.
Yeah.
And always willing to grow. Well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Let's go hang out in the backyard a little longer.
I bet.
Peace.